Hello, everyone,
What's
and
up? Oh,
welcome
fuck.
back to Lemon Rolls with What Team Comp? We got a new image thanks to our lovely Taru who plays Gyrus. Everyone say thank you.
Thank you, Butters. You're
There
gonna.
was no,
No,
there
don't
was
say
no
it.
count off that time. Wait, you can't give me on that one. There's no
I
count
told you I was starting.
off.
I warned
You
you.
count off. That ain't my fault on that one.
I talked over you, so I didn't even hear what you
God.
said. I'm gonna focus on moving past whatever it was.
Don't forget about NPR. He did the writing.
NPR did the writing? Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you,
That's
NPR.
why I got up
You need to read.
Well, excuse me. I don't know everything. I've got
The fact that you
17
didn't make a
things I
Legend
gotta
of
do.
Zelda cartoon reference there, Guru, upsets me.
The fact that I did is the
Me,
fact that
princess.
I have more respect for myself than that
What do you
Link
mean
air
respect?
quotes
That
did.
was amazing.
oh my goodness.
Well, I mean, regardless, it's mostly Taru's work. Thank her. Don't thank me.
We thank both artists in this fucking house.
Yes,
I was
we
just
stand
very-
beautiful, amazing people.
I was just very upset that we were still using the one that I spent 2 minutes on as a joke.
I mean, to be fair, you spent 2 minutes on. I loved it, and then I realized that lemon rolls can stand for natural ones, and I was just like, "Hey, that's a lemon roll."
Taru's sitting here staring at the old icon, sweating like, why?
I didn't
I
like
like it
the
anymore.
file.
I
I looked for it.
Think about this. This all started and happened because one day I said, "Hey, Guru, can I have a bag of lemon?"
Yep, that was the start.
Mm-hmm. That's where it all began.
Now we have a fancy.
Now we got ourselves a fancy lemon.
And that fucker's dead. So yeah, let's go.
One day, people are going to watch this and they're going to think, wait, why is it called a lemon roll?
Mm.
And we won't tell them.
Somebody
I'm afraid,
has the
yeah.
bag of lemons, don't they?
I hope not. Those lemons would be long rotted by now.
I can't remember. I think someone took it. I don't know.
I thought Elvira took him.
Probably.
Who
mean,
knows?
they-
Oh, Venrora has them, she said.
I mean, they could be magical lemons.
They're not.
Okay.
God.
They just fucking lemons.
To be fair, you can peel them. And the peel will add some scent to stuff.
Yeah,
Everything smells like
Yeah.
citrus on this goddamn cart.
yeah. You could
They're
like,
rotted, man.
you could
They're
throw them
so
on
rotted by
fire.
now.
But yes, start.
We're getting off topic, yes. Way off topic.
Anyway,
Yes.
Lemon.
My phone just fucking vibrated. What the fuck?
So, when you last left off, you guys had been traveling, finally made your way to the base of the great tree, which turns out to be several trees that grew into a singular massive tree that reaches upwards into the sky above a small little lake, with which you found that there is a way to very quickly get to the top of it by solving a riddle. One of you had the identify spell and was able to find out what the password needed to be marked on it was, and doing so, you have traveled through Suns, one Pegasus, your cart, and the mule. The Pegasus is currently flying, trying to catch up to you guys as you guys have teleported and vanished from the waters below. As you have essentially crawled, due to the fact that you were swimming before, through this opening and made your way to this area, you guys are able to finally get your first peek of this. And the first thing you guys note is that it's a little bit thinner of air. And it's definitely colder. As you are much higher up, you feel the wind kind of blow against you, and it's like you have to hold on to something in order to make sure you don't get just swept off your feet at that moment. There are many buildings around, but they're not upright. They're tilted from this way to that way. In fact, the ground that you're currently standing on has a very faint tilt. In fact, it might be one of the more level areas of the city that you have come out onto. Looking around, there's towers behind you that reach towards the sky. as well as some that appear to have attempted to stay upright but eventually fell down into waves of branches that are only holding them up due to the fact that they had likely grown out freely before they had the towers fall upon them.
Awesome.
Wow.
So is there like a path inside it all?
If there is, you can see that there is remnants of paths with a question mark between that because most of them are held at different angles due to the way that they've been situated in the branches, and so they're not a solid, there's no solid path. It's essentially hop, skipping, and jumping and parkouring your way
Fuck,
through
we're
this
gonna
area.
Naruto our way through this bit.
Essentially, yeah.
So,
How
Well-
far is it?
To where?
Like the other side-ish type thing.
It's a city, so
Oh,
looking it over,
what's the
yeah, it's gonna take you.
immediate? What's the immediate area like?
Slightly tilted, but only slightly compared to where some of the other ones were at.
Hmm.
Are we like inside the city? There's buildings and stuff.
Yeah, you're inside the city. Technically, you're outside. You're not appearing inside of a building, which means that this statue was likely placed in such a place that was more centralized in the town.
And how many towers are there?
Standing, there are 3 towers. Fallen around it, you'd guess another 3, maybe 4.
So, I guess we should head towards the towers.
I mean, I don't know where we're going. He turns to Cassie and Gyrus. But you do. Hopefully.
Let's see. Is there anything in the book I read that would help us figure out where the fuck we're supposed to be heading? Or
Not specifically.
okay.
I mean, you'd have ideas of where you could go, but the specifics
Could
of
I?
where it needs to be.
So is our goal like the library or something?
Cassie was supposed to talk to some unicorn fucker.
Oh yeah,
Like-
we never did see that.
Yeah.
That's why we
so it's
said
like-
perhaps the glade was up, because she had no sense for those seals down on the ground.
So
At
we
all.
look for a glade.
Well, what about now?
Do I? Any sign of what I'm hunting?
I was gonna say
Up here?
because like I can have the owl fly around and look a little.
I was wondering why my carrying capacity was so fucking much right now, despite not having a lot, and I realized something that fills me with horror.
Hmm.
I had a crossbow bolt for some reason at 30 fucking pounds.
Wow.
It's a big ass bolt.
I think you meant to say that
Wow.
you had 30 bolts.
No, I have 20.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, yeah, no, that don't sound right.
Oh, that means if
Um,
it was also 30 pounds, that's 30 pounds for each crossbow bolt. So that's 20 crossbow bolts each at 30
I
pounds.
fucking switched it.
600
Hell no, they ain't weigh that much.
600 pounds.
We're not in the city proper yet, right?
You are technically in the more centralized area of town. You are basically in the center of town.
Okay,
So
let me
Cassie
check
didn't
something on my
detect it.
sheet really fast.
Rather, so Lux didn't detect it.
Okay, is there an awning or like something or like a building that I could jump on top of that's about 10 feet up?
You're
Platform up to the top of a building, Guru, is essentially what I'm asking.
there's a building, let's say off to your left, that you could be able to attempt to do that on.
I'm gonna try to I'm gonna use high jump,
Okay.
standing leap.
You move 5 feet and shoop, and you just jump right up onto the top of the building. It's much more tilted as soon as you get up to the top, but you're able to balance yourself precariously, but
Can I get to a higher point from here, or?
not from here. You'd have to continue moving to get to a higher point.
I see anything, like any monsters or people that could, just in general, anything that's living?
Make a perception check.
Okay. That's 11 plus 7 for 18.
Looking around, you can see the area is mostly quiet. However, as you're leaning from side to side trying to peek around, you can see that in the 1 second.
Uh-oh.
Just had to sneeze there. I had to mute myself.
Okay.
In the branches, you can see shadows of things moving. You'd presume that there's some kind of creatures, unless it's the tree itself. But looking around, nothing above branches that is currently capable of threatening you.
Okay, great. I'll jump down.
Okay, back to everyone else, or
Back to all my friends.
all right, you've landed with your friends.
All 2 of them. She don't like us.
Does she say anything to everyone? Or
She waits a very long, like awkwardly long moment for someone who just jumped like 10 feet up with no prior preparation. There's nothing. There's nothing in the area that is.
I would suggest that we go to a tower.
Yeah. Good vantage point.
I could send my owl to take a look around.
Big bitch, big thick bitch about to use a jumper.
Big thick bitch.
She thick as hell, yeah. Coven, what you doing?
Honestly, it's the fucking truth.
Queen?
Oh, here we go. Here's the gate.
Every single one of those characters is going to fuck them Aurora.
Oh. So Dawn, could I use the owl to take a look? I guess we're looking specifically for well, I'm looking for a library. But a glade.
God damn it.
Did the owl come through the water, or?
Oh, I figured I would have dismissed it pocket dimension. And
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because otherwise you were going to have a wet owl staring at you with wide eyes, just like, why would you do this to me?
I doubt the owl could have swam down there.
That's the other thing. But yeah,
It would
putting
be a lot
it
of
putting it away and then bringing it back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be able to fly around for you.
I imagine Jarvis forgot for a second. He just hears like water splashing. He looks up at an owl in the water, just like, I'm not.
It's already
built for this.
it's already that pissed looking owl, so it's like pissed looking owl.
I'll take a look through it too. Looking mainly for Glade Library and I guess any other points of interest. Like that looks like it would hold rare shit. I don't know. Cool shit. Any threats maybe?
Make a perception check through the owl.
Did I hit it?
Your Alphonse Chimera. It eats it.
Okay, I did hit it.
Yeah.
With a 15?
Yeah.
Looking around, you also see some of the shadows moving through the undersides of the tree's branches. The area around the towers looks like it'll be a good bet for going towards, just because they are massive towers. There are a few other large buildings off towards the sides. One of them, I'm going to use north, south, east, west so you can get an idea. The towers would be more towards the north side of the city. There is a building that looks like put simply, it looks like a massive hand karate chopped it in half because it is split down the middle and kind of at an incline where both sides are meeting in a V. That looks
Where's
like
that?
that one's off to the east.
East, okay.
And that one looks like it is a pretty big building, and if you look through the collapsed or non-collapsed parts of it, it might have something useful. there's a area off to the west that looks like it is precariously slipped slightly. That looks like it has a flag that is waving from it even still, although it's apparently waving at not fully up the side of it, and the flag itself is actually the only part of it that is upright, as the rest of it is tilted, which means that the flag is in and of itself tilted. And to the south there is a grouping of buildings that look like it may have been like a plaza, maybe some kind of schooling area where people would go and meet up, but you're not sure exactly what sort of schooling specifically they would have had there. The book did inform you that there was a few schools that had been there before, but you wouldn't be able to know which one this is just based off appearance. And just so you are, this is what's in your immediate vicinity of within travel distance of 2 hours at most.
Yeah.
And the furthest away would be the one that's tilted with the flag.
Okay. I'll inform the others then.
Okay. Also, just to make sure you guys are aware.
Oh, typing it down, thank you.
Yes, north is the towers, east. There you go. North is the towers, east is the V-broken large building, the tilted building with the flags to the west, and the collection of buildings to the south.
Okay, yeah. I'll go down. Should we go towards the tower still then?
I would say yes, since we don't really have any real direction that we should go.
We'll be able to see more there.
There's nothing popping up for me, is there, Dawn?
For Celestials, not currently.
So, do we start heading towards towers, I guess?
Actually, is there an open region? I won't say open, but you know what I mean. Like a place where I can see outside.
You're outside currently.
I know, but like an open area that... I'm not gonna do it, but this is the best way I can describe it, that I could jump through.
Jump through?
I'm not gonna do it, but it's the best way that I can describe it. Like a area
Like a hole
where...
in the ground?
A hole in the side, in the ground, or whatever.
Just so
Or is this just an entirely open region where I look up and I can see the sky, period?
Okay, so you're asking for where you can get the best vantage point to see the world around the tree, if I'm understanding that correctly? Because you're outside.
That's why I said, is it just like literally a place where I can look up and I see the sky anyway?
You're almost able to see clouds within stone throwing distance, almost. You'd say 300 feet at most.
Oh, Christ. I asked just so I can get near a hole and whistle and see if I hear Lux at all.
You can whistle right now.
Fucking I'll do it.
Again, you're not in a building.
I know, but I don't know how this tree exactly is grown around this place.
Underneath it.
Oh, okay.
From what you can tell, the tree pushed the city upwards, which is
Okay,
why
so
everything is broken and looks, because of the fact that the tree has grown up and shoved things around. That's why some of them are broken in certain ways, some of them are tilted in others, because the tree has lifted this city into the sky.
Awesome! Why?
Good question. Do you want to whistle?
I did.
Okay.
Probably nothing.
You whistle. Make a perception check.
Small Winnie.
You hear a faint whinny in the distance, and closer you hear
What the fuck?
Fuck.
as you look around and you see a few of the various shadows underneath the tree beginning to seem to shift around.
Before we get jumped, I wanted to ask something, but I was waiting for a chance.
What's up?
Either history or religion, either one. Would I maybe heard of a god that could be responsible for this? Because if a unicorn lives around here, it makes sense that a god could have something to do.
You proficient with history or religion?
Both.
Make a religion check.
You got it. Only teen.
Ah, what the?
Sorry.
There's a
I like
lot
rolling
of,
twos.
yeah, there's a lot. Excuse me, a lot of them that could potentially fit the bill. I mean, if you're going with just the fact that there's tree underneath it, you'd go with Dendreus, but Dendreus, they're
It's more complicated than that, I feel.
yeah, Dendreus was supposedly born from trees, and so they're known as of the trees, and they're a fertility god. But that sort of mentality means that most people don't see them as the sort to
Wait.
lift a city into the sky. Most people
I
don't
was
think
gonna
of
ask.
an island god.
I was gonna ask something, but I'm gonna leave it.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask because of the things I've spent time on. Would I have advantage? But no, it's
Yeah, you wouldn't have advantage on it.
yeah.
So, moving back to the shadow moving around, by the way.
Yeah.
As you guys are, you hear the whistle and you hear this growling sound, you hear it seem to almost begin to reverberate a bit and seem to echo.
Oh.
And then off in the distance, you'd say it's a good ways off, but it's still close enough that you're able to get a decent look at it. You see the head of a serpentine creature beginning to poke its way out, looking around, seeming to sniff at the air. Large fangs running down its teeth as it looks around.
Do we all say this?
The way that Jarvis described
Okay,
that
fine.
serpent he saw perchance, does it look similar
To what?
to the serpent that just took off into the air a few days ago that Jarvis saw with the owl? The way he described it, does it
Oh,
look
that
similar?
Somewhat, but then you see a second head. Very similar to the first as it rises up, kind of butting against the other one as they both kind of hiss at each other, looking around, and you see a third head.
Do we
Do
all
I
say
know what this is?
Then you hear a bit of crackling as another head pokes out.
Mm.
Then another head.
Hello?
I'm hearing you guys. You're all trying to
Yeah.
cut in before I'm finished explaining.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're all eager to jump in and figure this out. Hold your
It's
horses.
terrifying.
I'm just asking if Arthur sees, like, if
Yeah,
everyone sees
is
this.
seeing this. Yes,
Okay,
it is
good,
not being
thank you.
subtle.
He did say that
Yes,
though.
I
He did say
did.
we see it.
Yes.
Okay.
As you hear more crackling, and then onto one of these stone outcroppings of a former road, you see a clawed hand slam against it and pull itself up. I'll allow two of you of your choice to roll a nature check or a history check. Choose between yourselves.
I can handle nature if someone can take history. Christ, man!
I couldn't hear what you said.
can't. Tara, what'd you say?
Oh, someone else should take it. You're proficient at nature history, right?
I don't know. Am I?
I thought you just said you were proficient at history.
He's proficient in
Yeah.
history and religion.
Would you know that though? Would the character
No,
know
no.
that?
Yeah.
In character, no, I wouldn't say it. But
Yeah.
Yeah, this
I mean,
isn't
I
this isn't
can.
me. This isn't the characters asking between themselves to make the check. I'm asking you guys as players to make it. So you guys can discuss this a little bit
Okay.
out of character.
Yeah. Then I have a +8. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, not me.
I'll see it out here.
So I think it's me and Butters. I'll take nature, you'll take history then, or religion,
Sure.
whatever.
Oh, same ability score, yeah. Same
ability
boat.
score. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Nice.
with a history check, you're aware that this area has been known for the violent creatures, and that more creatures that tend to flock here tend to be ones that will take up roost and try and hoard an area to themselves. But there are ones that group together. But as soon as you see 5 of them, yeah, that doesn't match up. Especially when you realize that they're all attached to a singular body. And you and Paris, you would know this as well, would be able to quickly put 2 plus 2 to equal Hydra.
That's not good. That's not good. That's she's trying to move somewhere like behind something out of its sight.
Yeah, if she's doing that, I'm gonna be trying to move out of sight too.
Athos would hide if he isn't already.
If he isn't already in the trees, just in general.
Brandon just nods and slowly fades into nothing.
Please tell me he holds up the peace sign.
Nah. He just goes, You see her faint, as
Yeah.
gone.
Halcyon just goes and hides.
Roll stealth checks.
Oh gosh.
Stealth.
26.
Oh,
So,
just rolled high.
you want to know the best part, Dawn? It wouldn't let me add it before, but guess what I attempted to take when I got that new level? Thank God. I cast Pass Without a Trace. Fuck.
Okay.
Oh, so 36. Guys, by the way, I would have rolled a 2 just now again.
Are we doing stealth rolls?
Yes.
Yep, unless you're not stealthing.
I got a natural 20.
Oh, I was hoping someone would big dick and just say they're not rolling stealth. Yeah,
No!
that one! Yes.
Oh god.
That's a 13,
Yes.
Chief.
No, it's a nat 1 is what it is.
It hurts
It's a
still.
nat
I'm really hoping it wouldn't happen right now, but here we go.
I was hoping someone would happen.
Oh,
Oh no.
It's a nat 1, I'm excited.
You see, this would be the moment to have like a mastermind rogue, which can give bonus action help,
no. It doesn't work for skill checks.
doesn't it?
Nope.
Um,
I say this as a mastermind. It doesn't work.
What it says you can use the help action as a bonus action.
Yeah, for attacks. The hell.
Either way,
Either way.
What?
it's later.
Later. Different class, different thing. Look it up.
Okay.
As you're watching these creatures seem to move around, everyone else is, getting into, positions where they could be, stealthy. Even Halcyon, who's kind of got half of an arm sticking out, is still pretty, pretty well hidden. Then Rora just watches everyone scatter and just kind of puts her hands on hips, looking around, just where's everyone going?
I'm
Looking
just
in the
thinking
completely wrong direction from the creature as the creature begins looking around, sniffing at the air. You're doing what?
Ringen's not fully hiding since he's invisible. He takes out a notepad and starts taking notes.
I would like to point out that natural one's technically hard.
Oh my god.
Natural one's technically what?
And 11.
It's a nat 1.
It's
Plus
a
10
plus 10
because
is
of
13,
that,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's passive. It's still higher. My God.
Absolutely. No, barely, no, barely.
I think this thing's passive is above 15. It
Oh,
has so
you
many
mean
fucking
it's
heads.
passive. I
It's
thought you meant
passive.
my
Yeah.
passive
No, no.
stealth.
It's passive.
No, it's
that's two
passive.
different
Because
things.
it has so many heads. I'd be surprised if it didn't have a high passive.
Right.
Yeah.
Just kinda, you just see Venroar, and you're just trying to make motions for Venroar to come over, except for
She trips
Regan,
on
who's
her.
just riding. No, doesn't trip on a root, but after a little bit, you guys hear the screech from behind her, and she turns around and realizes, it's seen her.
Oh
Run.
no. Oh no.
Okay, so I see it now, right?
You see it, and all the heads are looking at you. Basically,
Is
think of it like that King of the Monsters, where all three of the heads are rising up, looking at
fucking
you.
you
But
no!
Okay, no, cool.
it's
I
far enough.
turn
It's
and
far enough
I
away that you're not going to immediately have to do combat. You can attempt to flee from this thing, but
Uh-huh.
it likely knows this place better than you guys. So if you're
And we'd be dealing with it for the rest of the fucking time we're here.
I tell everybody to lay low until it passes by and then hit it from behind. And then I will, because I still have jump up here.
okay,
Holy shit!
you have jump up.
I'm gonna start parkouring around on this place and trying to get away.
Oh my god!
So Venora splits from the party and starts jumping around, jumping from.
Is
thing to thing.
there like a building we can duck into, perchance?
There's a few buildings. Some of them are you have to go down into the trees to actually get into those buildings. They're not fully pushed up through the.
How
top of the
dangerous
tree.
is that to do?
There's,
Like, if we go down into a tree, are we gonna slip, fall, and that's it?
I mean, if you slip and fall, that is basically it. Yeah, but there are a few pathways that the branches seem to have grown up naturally over time that'll make it easier. So I'm not going to make it a huge skill check thing to make it so you have to go there. If you guys are being careful, you guys can make it there without too much issue. You're just going a little bit slower, Saul.
Is it just me that doesn't think it's worth hiding from this?
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it either.
Well,
How
Venora's
it's been rolled within 30 feet of me, by the way.
She's jumped away.
Okay.
Venora is wanting us to attack it, like, I guess surprise attack it. She's distracting.
If it comes by me, girl, I'm stabbing it. If it runs by me, I'm stabbing it. That's all I can say.
Mhm.
If that's how she's situated, then yeah, I'll prepare just crossbow bolt.
Okay. Venora starts jumping, leapfrogging it over, and everyone else starts preparing, and everyone watches the Hydra, just like all the heads watching Venora jump away. Seems to put out its arms slowly, and then all the heads seem to lean back and dive into the trees as it goes down into the trees.
Shit!
Why the fuck would she run? Oh god, she split the party against the Hydra. Oh fuck.
And you guys have no idea where this thing is now.
There's
How far away am
no
I?
chance that
You've been leaping, like trying to, keep his attention. I mean, I would presume you're not looking back. You're trying to just, get as much distance between yourself and it, so that.
Well, no,
can
I'm
get
looking back to see how far away it is.
You can't
but
see
I
it
also
anymore.
need to see. Okay.
I'd say by this point you go about, let's say it'd been, let's say 18 seconds. So you're probably a good 300 feet away.
It only triples my jump distance, girl. Like, okay.
So, I have a question.
Yeah.
It's how big is this thing, first of all?
It was big when it came out, big enough that you were able to see it from a distance,
Is it bigger than the Chimera?
as far as you can tell. I mean, the
Awesome.
Chimera up close and personal was big, but this thing, with the heads raised into the air, it's felt bigger.
Awesome. So, question. That's a big ass creature. Can't see it. Can I hear it moving?
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
Can I make a check too or help her or something?
You can make a perception check too as well, sir.
Oh, my dog.
Nope, I don't hear shit.
14 plus 7.
You both hear bits of crackling and crunching of wood. It's slightly ahead of you, but it does not seem to be coming directly towards you. It seems to be heading towards the area Venrora was jumping towards.
We need to catch up. Gringan, you just hear the voice of Gringan whisper, "We need to follow quick."
Nieves is gonna go try to follow.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That's
too.
get up.
I guess we'll
Is-
follow.
Yeah,
Yep, same for Helson.
it's either we follow or she gets 1v1 with a Naga. Not a Naga, a fucking.
Yeah, no.
Yep. So, Mad, you've looked back and you don't see this creature. Your friends seem to be starting to be making their way towards you.
Do I happen to know anything else about Hydras? Just trying to pull something from my head. Especially considering I rolled a 26, actually.
They tend to be roamers, and they're pretty good in amphibious areas, but they can technically be anywhere.
Do I know any kind of weaknesses for these things? Because this is literally a myth in real life that, like, a lot of people know, but... Because I have an idea out of character, but I don't know if in character I would know that.
Because of the fact that Hydras can be anywhere, I'd say that you did pass the mark needed to know that they tend to have an aversion towards fire.
Alright. Because, like, my brain is literally going to Dragon's Dogma where it's like, fight the Hydra and cauterize its neck. That's all that I can think.
Oh, I have a question for later. Oh,
Can I ask, is Venroro, let's see, how far does message travel?
120 feet.
100, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
150.
Is it?
I'll
It
check.
says 120.
Okay.
Is Venroro within message range for me then?
Not at the moment. You'd have to get closer.
Okay, well, I guess I don't know how soon it'll be. As soon as we can be in distance of that, I would use it to warn Venrora that it's coming.
Right at her.
Yeah, right at her from
Don't,
tree.
I'm also gonna prepare Bane for when I see it.
Okay.
don't do that, because if you do it 6 seconds early, all of a sudden you don't know.
Bane costs a spell slot.
Yep.
But it's a spell.
But if you hold it though and you don't spend it, it
Oh,
wastes the
okay.
spell
Then
slot.
you
That's what he's
lose, yeah.
saying.
Oh, okay.
Cassie will look towards Jairus, and have I seen... Well, yeah, I've seen Neil's cast mastery. So I'll look at both of them. You guys don't have anything fire-oriented, do you?
Niels is invisible, just to remind you.
Nibs is?
No, not Nivs. Rengen.
Rengen, right?
My apologies.
Rengen.
I mixed up the names for a second there. New characters, trying to get the names.
Who it is?
New character who this. Yeah, I'll ask him that. Ooh.
Not unless you want your hands burned.
Might have to take that chance. They really don't like fire, and I'd rather use something that they don't like.
Does Housey have any fire? He's not. If I remember correctly?
Out of character? No.
Yeah. Wait, did you end up taking the thing that we talked about?
Which thing? DMing.
The adjusting the thing. The spell.
Adjusting? I'm not sure what you're...
Okay, yeah.
Oh, no.
I'll do it, Eva. Okay, yeah. But yes, no. Shit out of luck, guys. I haven't got the chance to make alchemy fire yet. I have expertise in alchemy supplies, but I haven't got a chance.
Get while we're fighting. We'll give you some.
Let me take a good 30 minutes real quick. Hold
Yeah.
It's just
Wait,
prolong
I
this
just
fight.
realized-
Bro, it's good.
I just realized something.
Hmm.
Taru! Did you ever use that alchemy fire that you bought from Elvira?
No, I still have that. So we got one alchemy fire.
That'll be. You better use it at the
Blessing.
perfect spot.
Mm-hmm.
Blessing.
And I might be. Well, you're saying this to them, and Jairus hears.
You
it.
guys are also forgetting
Yeah.
about Venrora.
Who is
Yeah, Venrora.
too far away to hear this?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
that's a problem.
But remember her mall. That's all I'm saying. Or whatever she
Morning
the fuck
Star.
it is, not mall.
It made butters. I never forget Venrora.
Whenever we do get, like, the moment we get in range, I'll use messages to warn Venrora about the flame stuff too.
People tried to warn that little kids about the shark in Jaws, but did that work?
Okay, so Jairus heard what you said, right, Cassie? So he would say he might be able to get one fire spell on it, and that's it.
We have. This is the rare occurrence where in a game you have a sorcerer and a wizard, and neither of them have fire.
You're so used to Torch, who had like 15 fire spells.
Well, he was a light cleric.
Yeah, but he also was a pyromaniac.
Killing fucking hundreds of zombies with one spell.
Okay, that's not gonna help us exactly.
But yeah, do we get in range of the Nora in time, Guru?
You're
Yeah.
able to move, yeah. And despite how fast you feel like this creature should be able to move, it is currently not showing up. You can hear the crackling of the woods and such underneath you, but no heads are appearing just yet.
Don't like
I'm not unstealthing until I can see this thing. And no, it's not going to come up from
Yeah.
under me.
If you're...
You guys probably aren't stealthed anymore.
Yeah, because you had to break
Can I
out of your
stealth him?
hiding
Can I try
space
to
to
hide?
catch up to Venrora.
Hide?
You can attempt to hide when you get to Venrora, sure. But
Yeah, I'll do that.
you're also now out in the open where there's nowhere to hide behind.
Make it work, Guru. I'll roll for it.
Well, that's not how it works.
I'd say no. Don't bother. You're
I got a 20.
cool. You're still not stealthed. You basically drop onto your stomach with everyone else standing around you, looking at you as you're just like, don't worry, I'm stealthed.
I hide behind somebody who's bigger than me.
Sure, you hide behind
technically
Aurora.
prop. Also, just so you're aware, the only way to hide at this point is to be me.
Oh.
Cast Invis. That's what you gotta do to hide.
If you're trying to stay where you were still hidden, you'd be 300 feet away.
Oh.
I mean, I'm just saying.
As soon as you leave that area, you're basically in open territory at that point. There are other places that are more shaded and stuff, but in order for Venror to be able to jump and do so without having to make any checks, the only way that she would have been able to go would have been through open areas for her to be able to bound, trying to get this thing to follow her.
While we're just standing here, I guess waiting, Jairus will also be like, none of you happen to have a spare health potion or health spell, would you?
Is he damaged?
He's still damaged from the fall earlier.
Oh, baby.
You hear something. You hear Rengen say, 50 gold.
50 gold.
I give him my potion.
Are
How does
we
he look?
right next to you now?
Yeah, you guys have been able to move over. You're still hearing the sound of movement, but you're not seeing it yet.
Okay. You do what, Matt?
Taru.
Wait,
Taru.
hold on. I thought I had a potion. I don't.
Oh, yes, Oz.
How bad does Gyrus look?
Huh?
How bad does
Oh.
Gyrus look? How injured is he?
I mean, I guess he's not looking so good. He still looks pretty beat up from the fall earlier, but
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to do my job and heal him.
Did you get fucking bloodied from what?
Baby, listen.
help me sometimes.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna cure wounds level 3.
Okay.
He's baby, and I don't.
Level 3.
He probably needs it. I'm not kidding you.
I'm preserving him, Butters. You can't do anything. You can't tell me
only
what to
healing
do.
hands myself, but that's not enough. Not even close.
That's 3 HP.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, so how much does it heal for?
I'm rolling it.
Oh, okay.
Plus, it adds wisdom modifier, I'm guessing? It does? Okay, hang on. I have to do math. Station I have.
That was a bad fall. And now we're about to head into combat. So
I mean, there's still ways to avoid it, potentially.
it doesn't sound like we're trying to avoid it though.
I mean, it sounds like you're trying to jump right into it, yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm not saying that's a bad thing or a good thing. It's certainly a thing.
Yeah, well, this is what Jairus sees, and he wasn't gonna worry too much about it, but now. Oh, 15? Damn, that's a lot.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
What horrible thing has happened now?
Jairus realized that he was dablaged and was like, hey, can I have some help?
Oh no, he's healed.
Okay, now that...
Okay,
yeah, that
then
fully
we're not...
I healed him when he smacked into the water.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
For how much?
I think it was 10 or 11.
I don't even remember that. Whoops.
So, I'll give you back your 3rd level spell slot.
Yeah, I did not know.
Plus... You said...
Yeah, 10 HP.
Plus 10?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta stay on top of that.
Yeah.
Mark it down so that you don't forget.
Yeah, well, now I did.
Yeah, I know now I know now you did.
Oh, God.
I'm not being patronizing. I'm just being like, yeah, that you kind of want to know how much HP you have before you guys end up, in the treetops.
Yeah, usually I'm on top of it. Well, he's okay then.
No worries.
Oh, go ahead. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, okay. We're good.
How did he take damage? What did I miss?
He had only taken damage from the
Oh,
fall.
okay, fall. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Earthos has come over and was also going to offer a potion, but realizing that no, he's actually doing okay. Is that correct? Just making sure?
Oh, yeah, he's fine.
Wait, if 11 HP healed him, why wouldn't a normal cure wounds do it? I'm confused. Wait.
What?
Jairus was saying that a normal cure wounds wouldn't be enough. Even that it would have to be 3rd level to heal him.
No, I didn't say that.
You said something on the lines of it, yeah.
Okay, listen, it's over.
I'm not critiquing.
Fine.
No, I'm not critiquing her for using it. I was just confused by.
Anyway, let's continue.
Yeah, is this thing... Are we just waiting for this thing to come up?
At the moment, it appears to be, yeah.
I imagine we're just setting up essentially an ambush for the ambusher.
Okay, that's fine.
Cassie will look towards Jairus. If you have any kind of damaging that you would use, that would be amazing, right?
I might be able to get a couple. He nervously smiles.
She tries to give a reassuring smile back, but it's clear that she's terrified.
I'm listening for it, Guru. I imagine I'd be able to hear it coming up. Or something, because it's big.
Make another perception check.
Maybe.
You say Bippy?
Oh boy. That's a 2 plus 7. That's a 9?
9.
Excellent.
9!
Let's roll. God damn it.
Can anyone else?
I'll allow one other person.
Perception, please.
My man, Halcyon.
I don't know which of us has the best perception.
Let's go Halcyon. Why not?
Couldn't hurt.
Let the lad.
Go for it.
I believe in him. In my presidente.
Is he here?
Butters, if you don't make a single get down Mr. President joke, I swear to God.
Eventually.
It's already been done.
Damn! Is Noah here?
Noah.
Noah! The lad has vanished.
Where's he going? Alright, let me see.
I can roll. Do you want me to roll it? Or do you want to wait on Noah?
Up to you.
YOLO. Oof.
Oh.
If you're not talking, I can't see the types in time.
To be fair, you decided to YOLO it, and so you, instead of YOLOing it, Leroy Jenkins did. We love
You
you.
see,
Nurse.
wait, now he responds. Wait.
Wait, yeah, what happened?
We've been asking if you wanted to roll a perception check.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We were talking to you, trying to be like, hey, man, you want to roll a perception check? Silence. After it's been rolled.
I DM'd him, give me that dick, and he said, excuse me. I'm like, now you're here.
Yeah, I had to go do something. I'm sorry.
Sure. You want, just for the LOLs, go ahead and roll a perception check for us.
Oh.
Not bad.
So what happened? Why am I rolling this perception check?
I'm trying to figure out roughly where the Hydra is.
Oh, okay.
You hear the rustling underneath you.
No.
Directly underneath?
Around. It's like looking around to one side and expecting it on one side, but you also hear it slightly behind you. You're just kind of like,
It's close.
Fuck the acoustics of this place.
Basically, yeah. And then you hear something else.
I hear what?
You hear something else. Like
And that
the
is?
grating of stone or metal grinding against each other. Your passive is hearing all this, by the way, NPR. No worries. You are absolutely hearing this grinding. This is.
What is that noise? Why is...
Oh, fuck, it's Hydra versus Mecha Godzilla.
I'm sorry.
Short rest on the cart.
We had a long rest. It took us 2 days to get here between then and now.
Rest?
Yeah, it took us 2 days to get from here to when we first met them. So yeah. New NPC Hydra with the guy. The fact that it says A and then 2 and 3.
As
God damn it.
you're hearing all this, I'm going to move you guys over here. Position yourselves as you wish.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm
I
scared.
feel like an ant.
Also, that is not quite correct. This is actually wider. You need to be within jumping distance, per
I'm
se.
staying where I spawned.
We're a spawn.
And just
Wait.
there.
Okay.
There we go. So move you guys selves around as you feel you need to.
Oh, we're just big chilling on one of them branches.
This is on one of the walkways, basically.
Walkway with you. Where's
Give me
Ringen?
1 sec.
Oh, there's 2 Ringans and stuff there.
There's 2 rings.
There shouldn't be.
I put one on there and one was already on there.
Yep. The way I can kind of help differentiate between it is I've put your HPs so I can see them, so I can know the one with the more HP is one with less HP is another, but
I actually don't know who has most HP out of us 3. Of the,
the tank.
Fuck.
Got
Fucking-
27.
no, out of the new 3 people. Or 3 new people, not new 3 people.
What was that noise? A new NPC, Hydra with a gun. Mecha
27
Ridley.
for what?
I don't know what she got a 27 for.
Oh, I was just telling them my HP.
Oh.
Add an HP at the end of there would really help us know that. No worries. So we're just waiting on Venrora.
I love
I don't know
how
if you
Tyler,
can
I
roll
see
that.
where you've moved.
Yes. Oh, Eartha? Yes.
Tara, I want to DM you something just because this tickles me at the thought.
Okay.
Where the fuck are you? There you are.
Because of the acoustics, it sounds like from most everywhere underneath you, Your passive doesn't pick up on the specific direction.
There you go, Charlie. I DM'd it.
Whenever jump ran out, I just keep casting it through the ring.
Okay. So are you where you want to be, Mad? Or can you see it, not see it? That's where you want to be?
Hold on. No, hold on. Okay, I'm good. I'm bookending the wizard with Parry.
Did you say bookending the wizard?
Basically putting the wizard in between the ranger and the barbarian.
Yeah.
That's what I DM'd her about. I said to her, I said her, like, I love how Jairus will vehemently protect Cassie, but in combat, at least, like, 80% of the time, she just becomes his meat shield.
Jairus is putting himself in.
He's finally realized, maybe I go down a little bit easier than her in the barbarian.
A little squishy.
Wonderful.
I just hope it's not one of those, like...
Smart ones that can see that you are skin and bones.
Or just, you know, like a cone of flame. That would suck.
Fuck.
I think that would be anti-productive.
Counterproductive. Yeah, it's like, I am
Sure.
weak to fire. Breathes fire on everything.
Well, it doesn't have to be fire, but an attack like that, you know.
Wonderful. Let's see here. I need to check something real quick, because this is going to be the fun part.
I don't want to play.
You don't want to what?
Die.
You don't want to die? Oh, well,
Actually, to be fair, I'd be next to Housing. Now I think about
no worries.
it. Brother, I need to be able to
We're
protect
all
that little
fucked
son of a bitch.
up. That's my main concern here.
I need to be able to protect this little son of a bitch, okay?
So
That's
much.
why Arthos is all the way over here. Like, honestly, being bunched up together is the worst thing we could do.
It
Oh.
really
Oh
is.
yeah, why did everybody stay near me?
okay,
I'm moving.
Yeah.
So,
No, everyone's
Arthos
just
is
near
over
Van
there.
Orr.
I'm fucking.
Whoa!
I'm going over here.
I'm
I
still
don't
gonna
like being
stay
bunched
near the
up.
wizard.
I don't like
This is
being
where I
by
spawned. I
myself,
have a right to
but
it.
I don't like being by myself either, so...
We don't need to baby the wizard at every turn.
We do.
Oh,
He's a
actually,
big boy.
Have tissue
Big
paper.
boy.
Can I preemptively cast a spell?
What spell are you looking to cast?
If I do mirror image right now, then...
You would last for a minute. If you wanted to cast it, it will
Okay.
use your spell slot, but you could preemptively cast it.
Could I
I'm
just
just
have
gonna wait exactly 1 minute.
I was gonna say, can I just... Can I have it on hold and cast it the moment it shows up? Or...
If it lasts longer than 6 seconds, it would waste the spell slot.
Yeah, so you might as well just cast it on yourself now, because if combat starts, a minute is going to take a while.
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and do it. It's probably a good idea.
Do you have mage armor?
We need to find this motherfucker a new spell book, okay?
We really do!
Don't mind me.
You could just casually boost your AC by 2, but okay.
I need... also, Venrora, you know your spider sense? I mean, your danger sense?
Yeah, I do.
It starts going off alarm bells as you hear a crack, and you'll get advantage on this, but I need you,
Dex
Jairus,
save.
and Hallison deck save.
Can I grab the wizard
No.
and roll with advantage?
You would not be able to grab the wizard in this.
Can
I'll
I
say
give him
that you
advantage, Guru?
can...
On it. Can I give him advantage on it if he's fall?
This isn't a fall
best
thing. This
would
is
be.
something else.
Oh yeah, Guru, just
I'll say that you can give Jairus advantage if you take yourself with a straight roll.
while we were waiting, I put my shield on just to be on the safe side.
I figured. So yeah, if you want to take a straight roll, you can give Jairus advantage. I'll say that.
Some tells me the reason I don't have to do it is because I'm invisible. Based on how this shit looks.
You'll see.
Are you saying I can give him a straight?
I'll say you can
No.
give Jairus advantage
If you take a straight roll.
basically, it's you doing a get down, Mr. President,
Yeah,
and trying
I'm
to
gonna
shield
do
him,
that.
but he could still get hit.
You dirty fucker! You didn't do what I think you did.
Love ya.
Wait,
It's
wait.
landing there.
That's what I'm thinking. Which means Gyrus is directly underneath that thing's grundle. If that's what.
I think you mean the other way around, Butters,
Oh,
but
trust
yes,
me.
more than likely.
When you see what's gonna happen, you're gonna be like, wait, what? What?
No, I'm just gonna be happy.
Gyrus,
This-
roll with advantage.
Yep.
The word grundle will never cease to not make me smile. I don't know why.
Take the grundle and the fleshy fun bridge. Come on, Paris, you gotta
Okay.
know this.
I need those deck saves.
Sorry.
Yours is with
Give the
advantage,
saves
Cyrus.
of the decks. Oh,
Hey.
Hello.
Well, Halcyon's fine.
brother.
He just like backflips away.
Why is it still on? I turned it off. But it's a 9. But it's a 9. It could have been a 6.
9. No, it was gonna be a 9 either
There was
way.
gonna be a 9 either way because it's the first one. Oh God.
I'm sorry.
my friend, my brother, my mad.
Yeah.
On the left-hand side, under your tools and proficiencies, you still had guidance turned on.
Yeah, I turned it off on my phone. I didn't turn it off apparently on here.
No worries.
I'm on my computer.
I got you taken care of, man. I have you helped. Also, you have bless on for your saving throws and whatnot. I turned that off for you as well. No worries.
I think Mom's listening to Barry White right now. No, it's Lionel Richie.
All right. Let's see what happens here.
Death.
I mean, you're not going to be screaming fully, but
Oh,
you're also going to
no!
be screaming as you watch as from the trees. Which, just for a second, I'll describe this so you guys get a full picture of what's going on here. As from here, you see one of the heads whip up and then slam back down into something.
What the fuck?
And then you see another one do the same thing. It looks almost like it's a wrestling thing. And then you see like two of the heads pull back, something in between their maws, pulled back and flung at you guys.
What?
Hell yeah.
I don't understand it.
Wait,
It's a
so
real
Gyrus just got
rebel.
direct impacted at him.
Hallison, you do a splits and you take no damage.
Oh shit, Joe.
You get back up, you like slide back to your feet, just like, hey, cool. While Gyrus and Venrora, you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as this. Granted, it's a lot softer than you were expecting. It's not quite as hard and firm as you were expecting, but it slams into you two and slams back into the side of the bridge behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And as it shifts and almost seems to, it's not really getting up so much as like slurping up into a full upright position as this light grayish creature, not really eyes so much as indentations that give the impression of eyes, as part of it opens up. You don't see a mouth or a throat, but you hear this low as
This bitch threw a creature at us?
Oh
yes.
my god.
Roll initiative.
Oh, hell
Dude, I know
no.
what that is.
I know you know what that is.
No, I'm talking
No.
Renga would most likely know.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, you can see why, right?
I know why.
Yeah.
Here, I'm
Renga
sorry.
knows
My site, I forgot to click on my
I'll
token.
get you on here. No worries.
Thank you.
It's not quite the type that he's used to knowing,
Yeah.
but he knows what it is.
He has an idea.
Yeah.
So I guess having the mirror image clones doesn't fucking matter in that situation.
Not for
or...
saving throw. This was not an attack directly at you. This thing had been yeeted at you essentially.
Hey, be happy
I
it
don't-
didn't do knockback.
Yeah.
I DM'd you a question quick too.
Vinroro would have been dead as shit if that thing did not.
Yes, that does last for a while. I think it's like an hour, so you could have done that as well. So
Okay.
roll a d4.
Yeah. It might not be much, but
Oh yeah, no, that's quite a bit. So you only take 2 points of damage then. Where is?
Wait,
Wait, I
2
only
points of
take
damage
how
from
much?
what?
She was asking if she could have cast False Life.
yeah.
Oh,
She
okay.
got 8.
Oh, nice.
I got-
Good. You have a little more health.
God, Tari, you're just digging Rengen's suspicion deeper and deeper.
We're still missing a Paris. Where is our Paris? We need initiative. We need it.
Shit. Let me roll it too. Sorry. Did I hit my? Yeah. Initiative. Where is it? Okay.
I'm just waiting on Paris. Paris, 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 Paris.
She said BRB a while ago, girl.
I know.
Stop singing.
I'm allowed to sing as much as I want. Singing is fun.
I'm glad all the shit started.
We can pull a Z's death and just roll her an initiative, then have her do things she would normally maybe.
I'm like trying to make sure I'm on top of shit, okay?
No worries.
We're here like rechecking all my shit again.
Death happens, it's fine.
You remember last session I was saying I have this for a while I've had this unreasonable fear that like I want Gyrus to learn that stupid like levitating feather whatever spell. Yeah, because I just have this unreasonable fear that he's gonna die from really high up. It's been like this for several sessions, and then last session I'm like, well, he almost fucking died from falling onto some water, and look where we are now. Look what we're doing.
I'm back. What the fuck is this?
Roll initiative.
It got thrown.
This is a problem.
Basically, you saw the Hydra's heads coming out of it, out of the trees, as it was apparently fighting with something, wrestling with it. Then 2-3 of the heads reeled this thing back and yeeted it at you guys. Apparently deciding that it did not want this anymore, and this creature, still angry, wants to fight.
I have just been rolling some shit initiative lately.
Make sure you have rhythm turned to a comfortable level so you guys don't have the rhythm sweep you into the, oh no, please stop that rhythm, why would you
Mom
do this,
made
please?
chili. I got meat soup, as Matt would call it.
Share.
I would if I could.
So, Paris, you are the first on the initiative list. What would you like to do?
Awesome! I hate it.
Thanks, I hate it.
Right.
You're always complaining about low initiative, now you got a high one.
Huh? No, with Cassie I always roll pretty decent. I'm saying I hate this creature.
Good. By the way, description of it, it looks to be made of like a soft, kind of brittle-looking material, but when it moved, it was like able to get back onto its feet fairly easily, just like lifting itself, not actually pushing itself. Its face is not actually a face; it's like indentations to give the appearance of a face. And when it opened its mouth, it just looked like a hole in its face, not like an actual mouth or anything like that. This thing doesn't look like it's wanting to talk. It's just got big old fists that look like it's getting to swinging.
Does
13
anybody
does miss.
Oh, okay.
Does it look more rock textured or like wood textured?
Guru, we're under the
Earthen
proper
texture.
name for this one.
More earth.
I'm gonna say no, but you can tell what type of creature it is. 17 does hit Paris.
Also, it hasn't attacked us yet,
Oh,
but
this is up what I meant.
you
So,
do
14.
you, Chief.
I'll take the 6 and the 8, thanks.
To be fair, it
Oh,
did
excuse me,
start
no, that's an
belling
8.
at you.
That's an 8.
I know what you said, and I know what's on there. I did take the first one because you just clicked it twice. It happens.
No, it's just an 8. Ignore the 6.
Ignore the 6. Gotcha.
Hunter's mark.
Gotcha. Hunter's Mark would have been your bonus action, right?
Yeah.
By the way, as a free action, Rendon will
What's
go.
other?
Got
Ring is going to say what?
Gollum.
Oh.
Oz.
I miss Nybara and her shatter already.
Oh, beans. The Hydra
Shatter.
is quite a bit. Or can I cast? Would I be able to cast Bane on the Hydra?
What's the range of Bane?
30 feet.
30 feet? I'd say you can cast it on that as well. The Hydra doesn't appear to be moving towards this creature or you. It just seemed to basically throw it out of there and go back down, or it looks like it's going to, but that's up to you.
I think it's yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Casting spiritual weapon as a bonus action. Is the golem fighting?
It looks like it has got hands open. It's got a threatening posture. It looks like it's about ready to throw hands.
Get with the spiritual weapon.
What kind of spiritual weapon were you going to make it into?
That was the silver staff with the red crest up there. Yeah.
Wait, Guru, from what I remember of this thing, did Paris just do any damage to it? Or
Which
does it-
sword did you hit it with?
What do you mean, which sword?
I don't think she has a magic weapon, Guru.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't.
Gotcha.
Did she not do any damage?
Does it look less affected or just not affected at all?
Carved through it, and you watch as it just kind of went right back over it.
I'd be able to see that?
You all can kind of see it, yeah.
Okay, so
Also,
I would have known
where are
that
you
the
wanting
physical
this at?
damage didn't do much.
Alright, question, Guru. Did it do nothing or did it not do much?
It cut through it, and then it just immediately sealed back up.
Yeah, it didn't
It
do
did
shit.
nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I noticed that, Guru. I want to make sure I'm not metagaming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna discard the spiritual weapon because I don't know if that's physical or magic.
That is a
You
magical
It's a
thing.
spell.
okay.
that
Then
would
I'm
be-
So
okay.
it's
Never
magic.
mind. I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit it. I wasn't sure.
Okay. Where did you want it positioned? Just ping it.
Can I get it in front of Venrora?
I'd say you could technically have it over top, so I'll move it here.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can beat this thing.
I'm gonna hit it. Yeah, I'm gonna smack it,
Smack it.
and that's the natural 20.
Oh.
All right. So roll 2d8 plus your wisdom.
Fuck.
7 plus 4. On. That's 17? Is that 17?
Did you roll 10, 7, and 4?
I rolled
6, 7,
6,
4.
7, and 4.
That's 15 plus 4.
It is?
That's
Yeah, 17.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I did 17 damage.
That's pretty good.
That's all I can do.
Question, everyone, raise your hand if you have any magic weapons.
I have one.
I have one.
Alright. Earthos, I know Earthos ain't got shit.
But mine is.
That's why I said Arthos tempted to just sit down. Because he can't do
No.
anything.
Earthos, you at least have uncanny dodge. Please tank a little damage.
You
Okay,
can,
fine.
you can take the dodge action and
When
flank.
it gets your turn, I'll tell you a thing as well.
Okay.
But when it's your turn, obviously.
Oh.
So, what are you
Um,
doing with your action? You can cast a cantrip,
Yeah, I
you can
can't.
dodge, you can do something else. What are you
Oh,
doing?
I'm Sacred Flame. Oh my god.
Sacred Flame. Dex save. What's your dexterity saving? Never mind, that's a 2 on the die. Roll your Sacred
Okay.
Flame damage.
Okay.
Hit that shit.
Oh my god. That is a 7.
Alright, 7 points of radiant damage. And these attacks, as it slaps into it and bursts through it, it does not seem to enjoy that. It kind of like looks at itself just like, what the? Rengen.
Let me see something real quick. Yeah, okay. Pressure points still work, even though it's not a technically creature. Alright, or not a, alive thing. I guess, it makes sense out of the points of a machine to hit it.
Right.
Yeah.
Joints and such.
Fuck it, I'm gonna go directly for the knee.
Okay.
Just the side of the knee. Technically I'm going from invisible, so I'd have an advantage, correct?
Correct.
19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alright. It takes... where's the damage? There it is. 12 slashing damage, and I need to make a con save.
Is it magical?
Yes, it is.
What is your con save DC?
I believe 16.
That is a failure.
Yes, 16. It is slowed.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
So its AC is down by 2. It can take an action or bonus action, not both.
Guessing it
And
con saved end of its turn.
if no, it does not. It lasts until the end of my next turn. And I think if this thing is somehow fucking a spellcaster, it takes him 2 turns to cast.
Gotcha.
I don't know what janky shit you did to this thing, girl.
Earthos. You notice that in its back, because everyone's facing its front, this creature appears to have things that are kind of squished up against its back that look to be some kind of bronze, maybe, weapons? But they're in its back.
Okay.
That's a little suspect trying to get to that thing's back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if
As they
anyone
would
could
say.
do it, a rogue could.
How high up is its back?
There's a part of the bridge that has like a railing that you could move up onto to make sure that you can get it. This thing's like at least 10, maybe 12 feet tall.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, the worst part is I don't have the strength to pull things out. I have an 8 strength.
I mean, this thing when it hit the bridge looked like it collapsed in on itself.
It
had
looks
to
squishy.
reform itself. It looked squishy.
Okay.
Think
So-
clay instead of rock, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I suppose I'll go grab it. I'll be right there.
Make a, I'd say, athletics check.
Might as well just do strength.
Okay.
Oh no.
Do I fall off the edge?
No, you don't fall off the edge. You essentially slip and hit your hip against the side of it, and you're like, well. So you're not able to reach the one that's higher up, but there's one that's lower down that you can still grab. And you're kind
Wow.
of almost squished up against the railing between this thing and the railing.
I grabbed it with a 1.
As you trying to get up onto the ledge and make sure that you can, not have to worry about it. With a 1, you didn't get on it. So you weren't able to grab the thing higher up, but there's still something, in its back that you
Okay.
can grab. And as soon as you grab it and pull, it's in your hand.
Oh, hello.
What is it?
Is a dagger. It is a bronze dagger that looks to be just single form casts, almost like an leaf-like design running up the side of it, with essentially kind of like a almost Damascus-looking effect to it on the backside.
Mass Effect.
Damascus.
Damascus.
It's definitely not because it's bronze, but it has the appearance of it.
I love
Does the
the idea.
wound seal up if I take it out?
The creature seems to pause for a second, but it doesn't seem to really react otherwise.
I didn't ask that.
I didn't hear what you said.
Okay. I said, does the wound seal up
Not
if I take the thing out?
not quickly.
Okay. Well, I suppose I'll just bonus action disengage and run back over here. Actually, where was I? I was here, so.
I love the idea that Cassie just sees her brother run to the ledge, pull something out of this thing, and then run back.
Which, to be fair, with the slow, I don't think it can take reactions. So
That's true.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't disengage then. I mean, to be fair,
You wouldn't
actually,
know
I don't know that he's slow. I
true.
still do.
See this thing buckle as
Yeah,
this dagger goes directly in its fucking kneecap.
yeah.
Mhm.
What is this fucking stick at its foot in this art?
That's fucking Oz's spiritual weapon.
Yeah,
Oh!
that's our spiritual weapon, so I can determine where it is if I need to move it.
I thought the fucking art was just like this guy about to trip on a fucking wire or some shit. I could not see that.
You're fine. Alright, so anything else you're doing with your turn, Ortho? So you're just moving up, grabbing it, moving back.
Nothing else I can do. I've used my action.
So the creature only has 1 attack action.
Yep.
And has 5 targets. Wonderful.
Please attack me.
That jinxes it.
You always say that bullshit, and it never fucking almost works.
I know.
Oh, that's a reroll.
That's a 6.
Butters.
Yes, Papa.
That's a 20 to hit.
Yes,
Oh,
that
no.
hits.
That's 13 points of bludgeoning damage, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I'm at a number. Con save, you say?
Yes. That does
20.
succeed. I just feel this thing just come down. It's slow, and it just basically backhands you. It's at a good level to do so, so it just kind of hits you right in the face. But you feel like something's trying to affect you. You just kind of shake your head, just like, no, go away.
Ringen spits like just blood out of his mouth, and he looks up at the thing. All right, you're gonna regret that one. Yeah.
All right. So we're getting to Gyra's turn. Taru, do the thing that I told you to do.
Not sure what to do. Yeah, I think I'm.
Think you're what?
I'm like thinking about it.
Gotta make a choice.
I know. I was trying to get this figured out faster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh.
You watch as Gyrus, just like almost in a panic, slaps against this creature. Go ahead and you can click for everyone to see, since you're slapping this thing basically,
Yeah.
I'm back.
I probably
Welcome back.
and you're
But I'm
being less than
Right.
quiet about what you're doing as you're casting a spell. So go ahead and let me know which effect you're wanting to do on this thing. Actually, hold on. Is it an attack to do this? Let me double check.
Did you what?
I don't
Yeah.
imagine.
I think it's a save on the creature.
Did you what?
No.
No.
Hold on.
I mean, you just tripped. That means you ain't supposed to go there.
Yes, it is a save on their part. So go ahead and let me know. Go ahead and click on it, and then let me know the effect that you want to have it under the effective. And that is a 3 on the die. This thing is rolling terribly on its saves.
Good. Ooh.
Okay, you said I need. You said I need to hit it for everyone to see.
No, yeah. You just say which effect you're wanting to do.
Okay.
Only those who are going to want
Right,
to
yeah.
know more about what you just did can ask.
Tell me.
You can move away
Later.
though, because it.
Yeah, I was gonna
Orthos
ask if I was
moved.
gonna get
You don't have to disengage. Hold on, disadvantage on what?
get attack along.
No,
It won't.
it already swung, and it's looking like it's very sluggish right now. You could probably slip away before it turns into
He gets one attack a turn.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely. That one.
So yeah, what the fuck just happened?
Yep. I need to know which effect you're doing.
Oh, I DM'd you.
Oh, you DM'd it to me. Oh.
Yeah.
What? Can I roll Arcana, Guru, by any chance?
I'll allow because you saw what he was doing.
Yeah. Not very subtle.
24. It was an
Damn!
advantage by accident, but yeah.
It would have been 24 either way.
Yeah.
Bestow curse.
Oh.
Oh.
The smile crawls against his face again. As now he knows he's correct. He's almost positive.
Taro, you can only do one of those two, not both.
What? Oh, did I? Maybe I remember.
Choose from the following options. Choose one.
Oh, yeah.
Doing
okay.
the first one is perfectly fine.
I spaced it on the way.
You're fine.
Yeah, that's the first one's the one I really meant.
No worries. That's what I kind of figured. It's just that you had two of them on there. I'm just like,
Yeah.
Alright, so Gyrus moves away. Venrora.
Alright. Bonus action rage.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on a second, let me get my angry icon. Where did I put it? Where did I put it?
Excuse me.
Maybe just use that one. I'm gonna... Nah, I'm just gonna use this one. And is a shove action considered an attack?
Yes.
Cool. So if I shove this thing, how far would it go? 5 feet?
Because there's a railing behind it, you're not sure if it'll be able to go the way that you want it to, but you can certainly try.
In that case, I will just do damage because I don't want to end up wasting my turn. I will reckless.
Okay.
I will speak the command word for my Morning Star.
Mm-hmm. 15 does hit for... Yep, 16 also hits for 11.
I'm really sitting out here hoping that my slow helped.
It only had one attack, so I mean that really
Yeah.
messed up what it was able to do. Plus 16. Cool.
And that's my turn.
Alright, Hallison.
Halcyon is
Halcyon.
currently...
I heard alright.
It's currently what?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he's here.
He said BRB, but he didn't say back, so...
Alright, well,
Welcome back.
oh, thanks. Can I, like, just Misty step out of this?
Yes,
You don't have
the
to, but
fuck
you
you
can.
can.
Do this.
I don't have to.
You don't have
You
to.
don't
but
have
you
to,
can.
but basically it can't attack you if you run away because I slowed it. But if you just want to be bumfuck over here, you
You know, I could do that. Yeah.
The option
Yeah.
is there.
he's out here like, you know what?
Yeah, just for the fuck of it.
Sure.
Alright,
Deuces.
then just Ray of Frost, the big
Well,
bastard.
Big bastard.
That'll hit.
Bastard. Albeta.
God damn it.
Nice and 13 points of damage.
Solid 13. And that's the turn.
Alright. Cassie.
This is gonna sound odd, but there's no chance that I saw what Earthos was doing behind that fucker, is there?
I mean, he ran up behind it, so you know it moved up. He moved up behind it and walked away with something in his hands.
Fuck. A part of me wants to look behind, but I won't do it. Done! I have a question that I'm gonna DM you.
Sure.
These are things that should be done before it gets to your turn.
Yeah.
I had to keep leaving during this entire round is the problem. Because Mom kept calling me.
You're in combat, Mom. Stop that. Because you didn't say it on your turn, I'm going to say no. Next time.
Okay. Yeah.
I would say that. Hold on a second.
Okay. Oh, I'm terrified of what fucking Butters just squealed about.
Oh, it's nothing good for us.
Do your thing, Paris.
Oh. Hold up.
That'll hit.
Worky.
It's just one in my deck, so
Yes.
it's just a straightforward damage.
Did you just stab with a fucking fork?
It's magic!
You
How
didn't
the
do the
fuck
other
did you
effects?
get a-
Okay.
How the fuck did you get a magic fork? When did this happen?
What?
Did you guys
remember?
forget?
You remember the fork we found in the dummy?
No.
Back
In
in
the very
session,
first session in the dungeon.
Dungeon.
The one that we didn't record.
No. Still don't remember it on me.
I remember.
I remember. What the fuck? I can't believe this shit.
You didn't decide to do the other stuff with it? Oh, Paris.
I forgot that I need to say it before I hit, so
Yeah.
currently it has Hunter's Mark on it, but that don't work right now.
No, I mean the other thing with the fork.
Yeah, sure, I'll try it. Why the fuck not?
Okay. So we'll say that'll be for next time, because you didn't do
Yeah.
it before. Bunny.
Fork
Six-
clutch.
6 damage is 6 damage.
The Hydra hasn't come up yet, right?
Mm-mm.
When you saw it, it seemed to be moving back into the tree line. Seemed to
Yeah,
have-
he just
Sorry,
went-
I was just
basically-
gone for a few seconds.
The Hydra just yoinked up that here's a brick with a note on it. Then just
Right!
Yeah.
where's Butters' character?
I'm
No worries,
down
I
here,
heard
Poppy.
what you said. He's
Oh,
over
wait,
there.
down there?
Yeah, I'm down there. I'm big chillin'.
God.
He's not bloody, just so you're aware.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. Renegades a stern.
I'm gonna use Magic Missile,
Okay.
the big thingy,
Yeah.
and that just hits, right? Just
That
make
just
it
hits. Just need to roll
hits
the damage for how
Yeah.
many darts. What level spell are you
Okay.
casting it as?
first.
First? Okay, 3 darts. So roll 3d4 plus 1 for each.
I've
so-
seen someone
Where's my
cast a
D4?
9th level magic missile and just ruin someone's day.
So one day,
Like-
Butters. We'll get there. We'll get there.
It was just so fucking rude. It didn't even do that much damage. It was just like, it was the showing of like, what is it? Fucking not respect, but
So 11 points of force damage as it darts just flicker from your fingers and into this thing as it looks at itself just like. "Ugh." You can still use your bonus action to make a spiritual weapon attack.
Yep, that's what I am doing.
that's what I am doing. There. You
That's a 9 plus 7.
That'll hit.
10. Is 1d8. I got 2 plus 4.
So 6.
It ain't bad.
Not bad at all. Rengen.
Alright, since my dagger's in the side of its knee already, he's gonna try to drag it around to kind of bisect the back of the knee.
Okay,
20 to hit, my bad.
that'll hit.
That'll hit, so it takes, where's perfection of mine? It takes 12, another 12 damage.
Hmm.
And, how the fuck would I say this? Let me think. Oh yeah, another,
Another con save.
yeah.
This time, as you drag it down, it still takes the damage, but it kind of just like has this. It doesn't turn its head so much as its face just seems to slowly shift on its face towards you, and it seems to just stand right back up.
Alright.
Also, I need to check something, don't I?
I want to get with stage 2. Guru, that's a snowball effect. I want to get to stage 2. I've only gotten to stage.
I'm aware. Earthos.
I drop the dagger. I go up and I try and grab the another thing.
You can put the dagger in your pocket if
can
you
just
want.
sheath it, yeah. You don't have to drop it on
I
the
don't,
ground.
I don't have a sheath for it.
Guys,
Fair
fuck
enough.
that dagger. Am I right, guys? Don't put it in the back. Fuck.
Just go ahead and athletics check, man.
Besides, if anyone else wanted it, they could just pick it up now.
I suppose.
We don't know you have it.
No, you can hear the cling ding 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 ding. Once again, you get pinned between the creature and the back of it. You're not able to reach up and grab the slightly larger sword in its back. You can use your action to attempt to grab it, because right now you're between it. You're not pinned. You're not. There's no
Wait,
testing there.
Wasn't this my action?
This is movement still,
That
I
was
think.
movement. Yes.
Wait, to get up a ledge.
Yes. To make sure that you don't fall off.
Like a balance kind of thing.
Yeah. This is again. You don't get up onto there. You need at least a 5 to get onto there. A 10 between a 5 and a 10, you might fall off though.
Okay.
With a 3, doesn't?
I would have
With a
thought
three's not even
balance
getting
is
up there.
acrobatics, to be honest. But
It's
part of
getting
your
up there in the
jumping up
first
there,
place.
Yeah.
okay. I suppose I'll grab something.
You reach up as this thing is as it arches its back from getting up from the stab. You're able to just reach up and grab and pull out as your action a bronze short sword. Once again, it has that
Oh-ho!
design running up its back.
All right. Well, disengage and run.
Okay. You disengage as this thing is getting ready to turn around, but by that point, you're already gone.
Joke's on you, this thing has a sentinel feat.
Alright. This thing turns. There seems to be, from the wounds it has, there's a of air that just seems to come out of its mouth, and just basically everywhere that you've hit, just steam just kind of comes out of its body as it throws its head back. And let me actually double check something. I need to let's check one other thing. That's oh boy. Well, you're all the closest thing to it, so that is still a D. Well, we'll roll a D4. Yep. Yeah, this thing it seems to almost just the hissing just increases in its reverberation, and it is going to make its first attack at Venrora.
Come, please. At advantage.
At advantage, thank you. As this thing seems to it actually seems to be moving faster now.
Oh, what the fuck? What is this steampunk fantasy bullshit?
That's a 23 to hit, so that will hit.
That hits, too.
I also need
This
that
hits the
con
purple.
save.
This
Con
ain't it.
save, you say?
Yep.
Flex.
I eat it.
Flex.
That's 16 points of bludgeoning damage before your rage.
Okay.
So 8.
Second attack. Gosh dang it, I don't need a 4, I need a... Okay, this one is at you again, Butters. 9 will miss.
Yes, it fucking will.
And then for its bonus action, it's going to make another attack. Top of the 4s. Paris. Everyone gets
Awesome.
1!
Everyone gets one. What the fuck?
16.
That
I thought
hits.
it was I thought it was an action to activate that ability. From what I
It
remember
is
about it.
not.
Oh, it has to make a wisdom save as well. I forgot.
Oh wait, hold on. You're right, I need to make a wisdom save.
Yeah.
It does succeed.
Okay.
It got a 18 minus 1. Thank you for reminding me. 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Con save.
Damn.
2 con saves, actually. 1 for Hunter's Mark, 1 for this thing. Okay, Hunter's Mark is gone.
Okay.
Oh, you
I
said
think
this
I'm-
thing was second, I thought.
I said it in the reverse way that I mean it. I always have spells be the last thing, effects first.
All right.
At least that's the way I
Wait.
try and do it, because as soon as you're hit,
Okay. So
concentration
now
is gonna
that's
be
for the
second
hunter's
thing
mark.
here.
Thank God.
Yeah, hunter's mark is gone, but you did succeed on the save against whatever this thing's trying to do to you.
I want to see what the fuck this thing does. Somebody
I
fail.
don't
Either.
know.
Gyrus, it is your turn.
Yeah, by the way, did you see Earthos just dropped a fucking dagger?
It's right in front of you, basically.
Okay, can I just pick it up as a bonus action?
I'll allow it.
I mean, it's an object interaction, so
Yeah,
it's
so you could just like
free.
lean down and just quickly pick it up.
Okay.
So you still have a bonus action, technically.
Okay, just that's all I wanted. And then, is there a way I can cast Shatter, like, right behind it, around here or something?
Where it won't affect the buildings, but it.
Yeah, it and possibly the ground.
Yeah.
What the fuck did you just say, Taru?
Taru! Ground
I mean-
on unstable!
Yeah, I know.
And
it's
you are a
unstable.
smart man!
No!
It was
That
unstable!
part of that collapses. I'm fucking dead.
I know, like, all y'all
Roll an intelligence check.
He's a smart man! He's a smart man!
Intelligence
He can
check, he
gather
said it.
this!
He said it. Intelligence.
Yeah, okay.
Oh dear.
Halcyon, get ready for tea time.
Tea time!
Yeah.
Okay. It was DM'd,
Oh.
but it was a 22.
Oh,
Go
Okay.
ahead and click Shatter.
okay. I was good. Does that mean I'm gonna? I don't know if I want to actually break it or not.
You can now aim.
Do you want to hit the ground? Yes or no? It's not that complicated. Just yes or no. It's your.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll hit it.
Okay.
Okay.
Click
Yep.
Shatter.
Is there a way I could just hit it a little
I'm
bit?
considering the 22 and with this.
Okay, because
I mean, the 22 doesn't matter when she says she manually hits it. To be fair.
Okay, so as disadvantage on that, that is a 1 below 15, so that does take the damage.
That should
Wait, no,
take 24 if
that's
it's a
her
construct.
DC. Drew, her
Oh,
DC
see.
is 15.
Yeah, so it takes 12 in total.
Yeah, mine's 16 because I have a max intelligence.
It says on it that since what it's made out of.
That
does
is
it-
why I had disadvantage on it. Inorganic material like the bridge behind it breaks and pops, so it's not
Okay.
full part of the bridge, but you do see its leg kind of slip slightly. It seems to be on a slightly unstable footing.
Okay.
Minora, I have an idea.
Phew, okay,
Yes?
I was like, you could push him off or something. Okay, cool.
We're gonna need to shove it.
Sounds good.
By the way, I like the idea that this Hydra got hit with this shit and was like, I don't want to deal with this fucking thing. Here, take it.
You deal with it.
You guys ready to get double teamed by the Hydra as soon as this thing goes down? Prepare for trouble.
And make it double.
What are you doing, Minora?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Can I hold my action to shove until Cassie's turn comes around?
You'll only be able to get one shove off, just so you're aware.
I can't like shove and then hold the other shove, can I?
No, that's not how that works.
All right. Will I be able to assist her when her turn comes around?
If you wanted to have her doing the shove action, sure.
Paris, would you be?
You already have advantage because
I
it's
know.
a strength check. Why are you questioning this?
I want to see how many shoves we can get.
Holding your turn would just make it less.
Yeah.
I
Just
see
shove it.
that.
Just
I'm a
shoulder
shove.
barge it.
Shoving really good.
Shoving really good.
Athletics check?
Yep.
Nice.
Not bad.
It's knocked off balance with the loose ground. It does appear to be wavering.
Alright, once more with feeling. The same rolls.
That's amazing.
Natural 1.
Oh!
I don't think the shove distance is enough though. Oh no.
With
Depends.
well, to be fair, she did shove twice. So the first one basically would have, that's the spiritual weapon, would have moved it to where it was off balance, and then with that, you shove it with the broken ground underneath its feet giving out, and with the fact that it broke part of the railing in doing so, and its soft body just kind of passes through easily enough that even though it reforms, it holds out a hand looking at you. Eyes seem to almost like pulsate. Again, these are just carved into it, but the material itself seems to be bulging as it reaches out, ready to try and slam you. And then you just see it fall backward and
go to riddance.
that will end current combat. As this thing tumbles and falls downwards.
Take a cure wounds.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm gonna take a
Well,
side
so it's-
relief.
Arthos drops the short sword and just kind
Only
of sit down.
7.
Do we? What about the Hydra? Do we hear the Hydra?
Yeah, that's a
You-
good question.
As you're taking a moment, Earthos, you with your passive perception just kind of would hear the sound of it falling down. You do eventually hear it kind of go from the grassy to a poof, and then it stops. Then you hear from below you guys, but the moving of the Hydra, you hear it rustling in the distance, but it doesn't seem to be moving towards you anymore.
I'm sorry, what?
The Hydra does
Okay.
not appear to be moving towards you. It is seeming to be still in the area somewhere, but it appears to have been like, screw you guys.
Lost interest.
Wow.
Good.
It just kind of threw something at us and then left.
Left.
Basically, that's
a
what you
very
can
strange Hydra.
Now it's just gonna wait till we're weaker. Come at us again.
Ugh.
Didn't know they were that smart.
Many animals are smart no matter how smart this. It's annoying.
Should we try to find a building to rest in? Maybe? We're not so in the open?
I don't think it could hurt, but at the same time,
May
I
as
would
well just
rather-
make our way to the tower.
she'll gesture to those like, yep.
Yeah.
Who wants these bronze weapons?
Oh. He.
Here, I would like to detect magic real quick.
there is the glint of magic off of them.
What kind
Yes.
of magic?
One of them has abjuration magic. The other one has
Which one?
transmutation.
And which one?
The
Which
dagger
one
is
is
the
which?
abjuration. Transmutation is the short sword.
May I take a look at the dagger first?
Darius will handle it.
Give me a bit of time. I'll be in. We should do it in a house of
Safe
some
place?
kind. Yes, safer. But then we should go toward the tower without even thinking about it.
Arthos would mention
Quickly.
the Hydra's going away.
Doesn't mean it'll stay away.
Hmm.
And I'll just go into a nearby building.
Do I have a chance here?
I want to
Any-
follow him. I want to.
I'll follow him too. I'm trying to hear for the horse.
Is this nearby building, Guru, locked at all?
The one that you go up to,
Yeah.
there's windows and such you could enter through, especially since there's a lot of greenery that poke through them, but it might be dangerous just because there's broken glass. The door is
Is
locked.
the door? Okay. How about a 20?
It is no longer locked.
Yeah. No. Alright, in here sounds good.
Dawn,
hmm
where my horse at all?
Make a perception check.
Nope.
You don't hear any winnings or anything like that at the moment, but you're sure Lux will be on their way soon enough. Come on.
Just
Sucks.
flops against the wall, essentially.
My horse isn't here yet. Come back
It's more
to me,
because
Lux.
there's a huge creature wandering around, and she's not quite sure if it'll notice her or not. Him! Wow! It's spreading!
Lux is smarter than some people in the party. It's fine.
Can
You're right.
Decision-wise, I mean.
can I have the owl just kind of stay around to patrol for the Hydra specifically in case it does start coming towards us?
You can keep lookout.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at this bitch.
Looking at the dagger first.
Yeah, he kind of just flicks his hands with some arcane symbols come out of it, spreads them across the dagger, and just kind of spins the dagger like a top, and it keeps spinning until the spell.
Is this like an abnormal way to do identify, or?
It's certainly like no way you've seen before.
He's not using a material component, I'll say
Yeah.
that, so that's straight.
Okay, yeah, Darius is very interested watching. Trying to figure out what the fuck he just did.
Arthur's just sitting down.
Yeah.
Actually,
Same here.
Don,
Yep.
could I sit outside and see if I could hear see if I could listen for the Hydra?
Yeah. Where's Butters? No, that's not Butters. There you are.
Tis me, the bodacious booty hole band,
All right.
back at it again.
Oh, my actual.
The dagger should be right underneath the potion numbers
The what?
in the magic item info.
No, okay. Oh, I just heard a name.
Hmm?
Ooh. This one helps you take a hit better.
Which one?
The dagger.
Wait, you said that's conjuration?
I said
or
it's,
abjuration?
I meant necromancy.
Yeah, they.
That I was, for some reason, whenever I think of that spell, I always think of it as abjuration. It's necromancy.
It's necromancy, yeah. So for people that use a dagger like myself, it would be very useful. Do you want me to take a look at the short sword?
Please, just outside, since the window's broken.
Yep.
Yeah,
Did
I'll take a look at the
Urthos
short.
Arthos is sitting down, just kind of off in the corner from what I heard.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Unless
I
Arthos
guess
says
we-
otherwise.
Yeah, he's probably in a corner.
The short sword. 1 second here.
He does a similar thing for the short sword. Except for the short sword, he doesn't spin it, he just balances it on its tip. He doesn't feel like going with it. That's the action.
Spinning short sword.
Exactly, it's a little bit more difficult.
Also more dangerous.
Yeah.
I can hear Caesar enjoying a nice drink of water.
Mhm. That's what he's doing, alright.
Sip, 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 sip,
He just
sip,
begins screaming.
Aggressive drinking.
Aggressive. Caesar himself is aggressive.
And
Oh, yeah.
next one's posted should be above the dagger.
Alright. This one's a bit better than a normal sword. And can create vines like nobody's business.
Create.
Or weeds, depending on how you see it.
Oh, I need to write the DC of that down. 1 second here.
Yes, you do. So, that's what you got out of that thing.
I'll take the short sword if you don't mind, considering the only magic weapon I have is, and you see a fork rise from the window.
I'd forgotten you had that.
I didn't. I just haven't been able to use it. There has been no need.
If you gave me a heads up, I probably could have got you, man.
You hear like a... You know how you make a grunt noise when you shrug? That's essentially what you hear since you can't see her.
Nieves group. Does anybody need heal? Who looks bad? Does anybody look bad? Anybody looking?
I'm at roughly half health.
Same.
Already?
Okay.
I didn't
How-
start out at full.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nieves is gonna heal Pia at first level cure wounds. Let's try that.
Okay.
A second level because she has more health.
Yeah.
Oz.
Yes.
As I note that you are still getting the ropes on this cleric business, I'm gonna send you a spell information little thing. Just, not information, just the spell to look at real quick.
And Arthos, I'm guessing you want this dagger, correct?
With short rest time and such.
What does the dagger do?
It can cast a necromantic spell on yourself to make you a bit hard.
What smell is that?
No, I'm fine. If somebody
Guru,
else
can I
wants it.
cast what you sent me instead because I forgot I had it?
Yeah, I kind of figured as much, but your character would remember that prayer of healing
Yeah.
is better than cure wounds for a situation.
Did she have
like
it
this.
prepared?
Yeah,
She
I'm
has it
gonna
prepared.
healing.
I looked at her spell list and I'm like, should I?
Forgot
Your
I
character
had
would
it.
know.
Wait, why don't you want the dagger? If you don't have a weapon, it could be useful. I mean, if you don't take it, I will, but it just... Magic weapon is a magic. Yeah, I toss it to him.
No.
Unless I mean-
I said you might as well have it.
Oh. You sure?
Yeah.
Alright. Anybody else want this? We'll do that.
I'll take the short sword if you're giving that up.
I don't want it.
I'm sorry, but who's hurt again? Who's missing health points?
I am.
I made my own weapon, so I don't need it.
She'll hold her hand up through the window.
So stand up and bring it up.
Brinkin,
Mm-hmm.
you said that dagger casts a spell. What spell is it?
False life. The same one he cast earlier. I point to Gyrus. Or give the thumbs. Just the quick thumb towards Gyrus.
You see her glance at him? Gyrus.
He looks up. Yep.
We'll talk later. She'll sit back down with the short sword.
To be
Kind of
fair,
looks around.
it's just a useful spell for someone to have. I've seen many wizards take. So good job for having it. It's an extra level of defense.
Is he saying this to me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cassie? Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah.
Is it about that spell?
Yeah, false life.
Well, after being knocked around so often, I thought it'd be useful.
It
Knocked
is.
around, crushed, carried, burned.
I'd
He
curse
gotta-
the creature that tried to hurt you with that on. He nods towards Gyrus and go back, sit down.
Oh,
kinda-
and
he
now-
just smiles.
flattened by water. We can add that to your repertoire of injuries.
Yeah, I could use any extra health I can get.
He survived fall damage.
He
I didn't get hit this round.
You can just give prayer healing to everybody.
Yeah. Well, basically.
can.
Yeah, but it's the same
Like,
healing
I-
to
I do
everyone.
6 people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Is that
six
enough?
people, so that's enough for pretty much everyone to get some.
Big. Okay.
that's
everybody
everyone
gets-
except you. Or you just exclude one person but then get hit like Arthos.
Can I
Yeah.
exclude I can exclude myself, right?
Yeah.
Wish,
That's
yeah.
fine.
I don't really need healing, so if you do, then give it to yourself.
Need it.
Yeah.
I have all my health points because I was far away.
Okay.
Healing with prayer.
How much
Well-
healing?
The full healing was 14.
Nice.
14. Alright, I'm
So
back.
everyone gets
I
14.
regain 1 hit point.
That's so nice.
Yeah. Clerics, man. Healing's good. Being able to sit
It's also
down
a
after fight-
second. It's a second level slot, so it's kind of big.
Yeah.
Gyros
That's
will
all
definitely
healing.
thank her.
It also has a 10-minute cast time, so that's why it
Yeah.
takes. That's why we get
Yeah.
so good.
As long as it was taking for you to ritual cast,
Exactly.
for
Yeah.
checking that out, she was able to give out healing for everyone. So hey,
Yep.
then you had time for another identify to go off. So hey, that's 20 minutes well spent.
All right. Is the new dagger? What is it? Attunement?
The false life one.
Yeah.
It
I
is
would like
attunement.
to ask a question real quick.
Fuck.
Yeah, it is attunement because that's how it's able to give you the false life.
It's a short sword attunement.
Also, yes.
What did you have, Madrino?
I turn to Rithos. Why don't you want the dagger? You seemed quite interested in getting them out of the back of that creature.
I feel like you guys would have wanted them.
But why didn't you want them for yourself?
Just didn't.
But you couldn't hit them, because otherwise you would have just hit it, and you did.
Because they're not his.
And?
He doesn't feel comfortable taking them because he hasn't earned them.
That is noble of you. I respect that. However, you have to be able to determine how you are going to earn something. Because out here, there isn't any way to ask permission.
There's also a good way to get yourself killed.
I'm not saying to change what you are doing. I am just saying that it is not good to look a gift horse in the mouth all the time.
What?
There is no horse here.
You say that
Now
and you hear the
there
faint as Lux finally makes his way up and lands.
She will hug her horse.
What did I say again? Oh yeah.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
He would say, well, not necessarily a gift for me. How am I supposed to know that? Besides, that's just how I feel.
Brengen, as you see, is already like, he immediately put away the dagger, and he looked kind of weird when looking.
When what?
He looks like he gave the dagger a strange look as he put it away. There's like a look. Like he didn't fully want it either.
Is the dagger just on the ground now? Is that
No,
what we're doing?
it's in his bag.
Oh, okay.
He just chucked that shit. It's fine. He just chucks it out the window.
We should, before it comes back, we should go.
Yeah, we should get moving.
Agreed.
Alright. So you guys begin. Well, you leave the. Oh, yes?
Since I can't remember if it speaks, or, well, understands Common and Celestial, just Celestial, so I'll fucking speak Celestial to it. On your way up here, you didn't happen to see a large multi-headed snake, right?
Looks like does the leans their head back, shakes their head, just like, wait, what?
Yeah, no.
Looks backwards, looks back to you, looks outwards, looks back to you, like, what?
Are you talking to your horse?
She has a divine connection, so naturally she, can talk to her.
Does the horse talk?
Well,
Shakes
it
her head.
hasn't. If it can, it hasn't.
I love the fact that he's not said yes or no. He's just looked at me like, what are you on about?
Lux clumps to the edge of the thing, takes a running start, and just takes off into the air to keep an eye out for a multi-headed creature.
That's not what I asked him, yet he takes off anyway.
To be fair,
You
it's
bitch.
also his best position currently, because with the unstable ground, he's not necessarily the most comfortable with it. But you guys are able to move from here to begin looking at other places. Specifically moving towards the towers, yes. Who is leading the group?
I mean, I will, just if only because I'm in the front and will take most of anything that happens.
Awesome.
You hope.
Roll
I
me a
hope.
survival check.
Good!
Can we move at a stealthy pace, please?
I'll allow it to be at advantage then.
Okay, I will survival at advantage then.
Mm-hmm.
By the way,
I will take that 23.
23 it is. Okay. And what were you trying to say, Jairus?
Sorry, did we just take a short rest, or is it just not a short rest?
It
wasn't quite long enough.
Enough time for identifying things, not enough for a short rest.
Okay.
Don,
Yes.
I have a question. How long has it been
Since
the Hydra?
by this point, almost half an hour.
20 minutes.
Pass
Yeah.
Without Trace is still up.
Okay.
That's a 22 stealth.
Oh, we're
Another
almost
natural 1 for stealth. Oh boy.
Last time I got a nat 20.
The dice will do as the dice will do.
Halcyon
Big
is not a
dick.
stealthy man.
Halcyon sitting here
Have you
like
seen his
Halcyon is sitting here like I'm built for performance and persuading, not this shit.
Are you not
I imagine
entertained?
every time Halcyon like loses stealth, I just imagine him wearing tap.
Tap, 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 tap. To be fair though, the bunny is being a little bit more noisy, partly because as you guys are climbing up one of the areas, she jumps to the top of it, trying to be like, I'm just gonna quickly just jumps up, lands on part of it, and actually, can you make me a dexterity save, Oz?
Oh Christ!
Well, here comes a third character.
Hang on.
It's Caesar.
Guru.
Yes.
I got another nat 1.
Oh my god!
The death of
It's time to put the dice in dice jail.
So, I have good news and bad news.
Oh no.
Let's
What?
do bad
Let's make a
news
third character,
first.
Guru.
Good news is you didn't fall into the trees, because this was an area where you're going from one platform that was near another one and jumping up onto it. The bad news is you fell, and the stone that was underneath you gave way, and some of it has pinned you.
Oh.
And
Oh no.
your movement speed is going to be reduced by 5 feet until you take a long rest, as it has essentially hurt your leg.
You sprained your bunny leg?
Also, because you failed the deck save, I have damage I need to roll for you.
We asked exclusively for the bad news first. I'll have you know.
I know. You take 7 points of fall damage.
I cure wounds myself and it just fixes it, Guru.
No.
Can I lesser restoration?
I'll allow it.
It's fine.
Okay. So, mark off your second level spell slot.
Yep.
So
How many do you have total?
Right now, me?
Yeah.
0.
Alright. So, with the rest of it, you're pretty sure that the stones that did fall down into the trees below, not exactly the most stealthy, but pulling everyone forward. You do hear the sound of creatures moving beneath towards that area. Thankfully, it seems to have drawn them away from where you're going, which is a positive. And especially with the survival check that Venrora rolled, Venrora is actually able to spot various tracks, things with which to be able to try and guide you towards the area with least resistance. And with the natural 1 in your stealth checks, with the pass without trace, right before the end of your pass without trace ends, you are able to make it to the base of one of the towers. This is not one of the ones that is upright. This is one of the ones that has fallen and is tilted. This one is one that's tilted more towards the... so if they were all staying upright, this one's tilted in front of the other 3. So you could technically use this to try and see if you can get closer to the other 3 by going through it, or you can go around it and go towards the others proper. Which, speaking of, let me just describe the scene real quick, just to give you further clarification as to what's going on. This tower is upright, not upright. It is standing, but it is tilted, not upright. Different thing. There is an upright statue towards the central, what you would presume was once the plaza. There's moss and a whole bunch of other greenery that's grown over here, but the plaza itself is still remarkably solid, remarkably unchanged by the shifting of plants beneath it. I earned this Fortnite ref. Behind this tower and off to your, from where you came from, it would be to your right. There is another tower that's been tilted more towards the east than the west, like the one in front of you. There's the 3 towers behind you that are just perfectly standing upright there, almost completely connected to this plaza, which might be how it was able to stay upright all this time, even despite tree branches poking into it, vines wrapping around it. This place looks like it is a very withered, old looking place. One thing that you do notice as well is that in the plaza there are a few bits of greenery that are moving around in front of more creatures, similar to the one that you guys just fought, but there seem to be moving around. Every now and then they'll like touch these other creatures, which Rengen, you would know them to be most likely more golems, but these ones have more of like almost a knight appearance, thick arms made of wood and metal, very different appearance to the other ones, and these ones are completely inert. They are not moving, they're not reacting when they're bumped up against by the plants or by the golems. Neither golem or plant seem to be worried about each other. They seem to have no real, like the plants like seem to be balking a bit at the golems whenever they move in front of them, but the golems seem to just be completely ignoring them.
Can I roll to know what kind of golems would be?
Roll an Arcana check.
Will do, Chief. 22.
Cool. You've looked into a few different things, researched into them and whatnot to see what you can figure out regarding different methods of creation and such as that. The one that you fought before matches with a few of the ones in this plaza as being clay golems. Very resilient, very hardy sort of creatures, but they tend to ignore anything except things that have been treated magically. So you've already seen how that worked when Cassie tried to stab it with everything except the fork, which apparently is magical. Yes.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know if you were done or not.
I'm not done. Nope. The other ones, the ones that are inert, they're technically constructs, but they're not actually golems. They're something else. You read about them once, and technically speaking, if you could find a way to utilize it, it could be a boon, but finding a Shield Guardian's control talisman in a place like this, you probably have to dig into the trees and actually find wherever that went. So that might not be a safe venture, but it is something that you are aware of.
So,
Alright.
Cassie, what exactly are we looking for again?
That's what throws me off slightly, because the person who was supposed to come and explain was supposed to find us and hasn't found us.
I guess let's just explore. I want that bit. I mean, what could go wrong with that other than getting jumped?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay. Do you want to go into the tilted tower first, into one of the 3 upright towers, or into one of the other tilted towers?
Tilted tower first. Why not? We're already there.
Can I try to gauge the structure, like how structurally sound this?
Make a nature check.
Nature? For a handmade thing?
Or an intelligence check.
Same shit, but yeah. They're only 13.
based off the fact that you've seen some of these creatures moving through some of the other towers, their weight may not be as much as yours, but it's still weight. If they haven't been fallen or moved around by these things in all this time, they should still be structurally sound enough for you to be able to move around without causing too much difficulty.
If a fight breaks out, though?
If a fight breaks out, like, amongst creatures your size, you should be fine. If a creature like the creature you saw before were to happen, its weight might throw it off a little bit, but you're not sure by how much. And it would have to be a significant fight to throw it off, based off of how many vines and trees seem to be attached to this thing.
Alright.
So it should be fine.
We don't fight a Hydra.
So yeah, let's go in.
Yes.
Alright.
Wait, actually,
Yes.
can I? There's not a single chance in hell I can call Lux back, is there? Or is he hovering anyway?
Lux is hovering. Lux sees you all, and like when he sees that you guys are, like coming to a stop, kind of like flies around, goes behind the tower to try and be, stealthy about it, and kind of clips up behind you guys, just like pokes his head out, looks with you all. You understand
What
it's
is
not
with
drawing
this
attention
fucking-
to you guys.
What the fuck is with this cartoon caricature of a horse? I'm gonna call him over.
He's with you. He kind of looks at you like,
There's no chance you had a sense like before, right? Before we found the glade.
he like stares at you for a second, ears perk up, kind of shuffles about a bit. Lifts his head, kind of looks off into the distance a little bit. Tail kind of like
That way?
It is almost like a cartoon caricature of a horse as it squints off into the distance. Bottom jaw protruding slightly, like it's like,
I can't tell if he's looking around or trying
He's looking
to
in one
direct-
direction.
So,
And he's
is
looking
it this-
thoughtful, but he doesn't seem to be certain.
do you
It's,
want
it's
you
like
to move
looking at
over?
it's like, again, if you're imagining it like a cartoon caricature of a horse, imagine a horse that is doing a person's face of a
Oh my god.
Cassie, what the fuck is your horse doing?
If I could answer that, I could answer the questions of the universe. Regardless, I think he's pointing at something, but he's not quite sure if he's right. I asked him if he sensed.
What direction he's pointing? Like, what's in that direction?
the towers.
Which one's
The
all of them?
three upright towers.
What is in the middle of the three towers?
The
There's no
plaza
chance-
is in the center of the three towers. The plaza is the one with the plant creatures, the golems, the shield golems that I mentioned.
And the golems are inert, correct?
The shield golems are inert. The other ones, they seem to be like moving around, almost like they're doing like a
Patrol?
half-hearted patrol.
And what kind of golem is that one?
The one doing the patrol is the clay golem.
Well,
Do you think
probably-
those are also going to be a?
I'm not sure.
I honestly don't know what would happen if we wouldn't attack the.
Part of me wonders if it was aggressive because the Hydra had already bitten into it.
Possibly. Well, would I know any way to like shut down a normal golem?
To shut it down, because of the fact that they're fueled magically, there's not really an off switch unless it was
Specifically built to have a backdoor.
it would have been essentially woven in as part of the magic. So it would be
Yeah.
like a command phrase or something like that, which you'd have to get the notes
Fine.
from
The
what?
creators.
Yeah, from the creator. Yeah. What'd you say, Paris?
I said find, basically like find the command word.
Imagine like a
So-
game where you have to find the terminal
Cheat
that
code.
has the password to get into the other terminal, or you can attempt to hack it if you have the time. But
Do you understand how? By the way, I like that Fallout reference. Do you understand how annoying that is to me?
oh yeah, I'm aware.
The
Lux.
towers? Do the towers have like windows?
Yes.
Open? Can I send the owl up there to go inside and check it out a bit?
Which one? The tilted tower, the other tilted tower, or one of the 3 towers?
There's 5 in total.
There's 7 in total.
Oh.
Yeah, Lux isn't being very specific about which one is he.
He's looking towards like the central 3, like in the plaza area. Like his head kind of keeps going between the 3, like he's not certain.
Okay, can I have to enter one of those then?
Which one would you like to enter? Middle, left, or right?
Let's go straight down the middle.
Straight down the middle. Okay.
Should we just go in that direction then?
If we can get reconnaissance and figure out what's in the tower, it wouldn't be such a bad thing.
Yes,
Okay.
let me have the owl check it out very quick.
Okay. So you're going vision through and whatnot.
Yes.
Alright. And you're just having it fly through, no real stealth, just kind of just get in, look around from the sky, and try and be as quick as you can.
I mean, kind of stealthy because I don't want it to catch the attention of anything, but
Sure, roll a stealth check.
it's more about checking. Stealth check on the owl, I'm sure, right?
Excuse me.
Oh, I didn't mean advantage.
Nah, it would have been a 17.
Okay.
Neat. I am so sorry. I did not. I just guess my allergies are. I mean, it is fall. It's getting to that point.
It's that time.
All right. 1 second. I apologize again. This has been a really frustrating. I am again. Allergies just kick me right in the nose, apparently, or maybe it's the throat. I don't know. So you send the bird off. All of the golems seem to be completely oblivious to it. The plant creatures just don't seem to really care. You fly up. There is a number of windows, culminating into a. There's a larger window more towards like the centralized upper portion of it. That's like a big glass window that likely was paned at some point, but has been broken through and has growths of vines growing through it now. There is a one that's lower that looks to be reasonably large, good enough for you to slip through, as well as one more towards the top area that looks to be completely just no real walls, which is just the kind of poles as like a lookout tower that you could peek through as well.
Let's start from the top down.
So you're going to go to the lookout tower first?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and are you going to try and... no, actually, no, you're going to look around. It's okay. Looking around the top area, it's clear to see that this used to be some kind of vantage point, lookout tower outpost almost, probably for people who are in the castle. Should anything happen in the city, they could attempt to warn people in the castle as quickly as they could. The remains of a bell have slid down and been just kind of pinned to one of the walls by plant growth. You look around, there should be possibly some kind of trapdoor, but based off of what you're seeing, it's either covered up or there wasn't a trapdoor for anyone up here, so they had to get here magically maybe, which would be interesting, but not exactly what you would have expected. So going down from this area, it looks to be a bust.
Okay, then from the next window down.
Okay. There are other rooms as well if you want to check those out, but the next big one is the big centralized window.
Yeah.
So you go down to that one. So flying down, as soon as you're entering that area, your owl begins to act not necessarily exactly as you were expecting. It goes from like, command, like looking around, to just flying down, pauses for a second as it's gliding, and then as it's in the area, pulls its wings down, kind of does a little flutter, and just lands.
Just lands?
Just lands. Just kind of like blinks, fluffs his feathers, just starts like pecking out, and just like acting like almost like a normal owl almost. Also, I need to double check something real quick.
Okay.
Specifically with you. I'm going to DM you something now. I want to get my answers.
Oh, okay. That's kind of weird. So, did it actually go in then?
It was in,
Or-
yeah. And I'll explain what you're seeing in a second. I just need an answer to that.
Let me look. Let's say it's... Because it's not like... Oh, I
Type
don't
it back to
think
me.
it would. Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was imagining based off of everyone's backstories and whatnot, but I didn't want to assume is the thing.
Yeah.
The area inside of this room, it reminds you of like the throne room that you entered when you met with Cassie's father. There are areas where there's like pews where people can sit or stand to when officiating with the king on his throne, that have instead been grown up into this strange garden. The plants here are faintly, almost bioluminescent, giving the whole place this otherworldly, soft blue and yellow glow. There's a faint dripping sound, which you'd guess maybe there's maybe some water somewhere that gets trapped up here, which helps explain the plants a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You can also hear the faint
Oh my
of
god.
something moving around, but you don't. Your owl is not looking at it. Doesn't even seem to be paying attention to it. You're hearing it. You're like, I want to see this, but the owl is just
Is it just
there.
not gonna pay attention to me?
It
Telling you
can't.
what to
You
do?
can't command it. It's way out of your range. Way out of your range. You just told it to look top down for what it could do. So, and as soon as it got in here, it's like it just stopped listening and landed.
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
As it's listening, it looks up and it sees that kneeling in front of the throne. The throne is completely empty, save for a crown on the cushion. And the cushion itself it's old, it's worn, it's basically just it's good for nothing. It's only there as showing some kind of cushioning for something that's long since been overdated and such. The crown itself, though, perfectly polished, gold and gleaming with a few gems inset into it. And in front of the steps, kneeling down, is a figure. A tattered, worn, grayish-brown cloak over their shoulders. Slicked back, kind of off-black hair. And as the owl, it makes like a, where a bird like makes a fluffed up like kind of sound.
Yeah.
You hear it make that sort of noise, and you see the person like lift their head slightly and glance over their shoulder, locking eyes with the bird. And then your vision goes further down, almost as though the owl is like nodding or like laying itself lower towards this, or towards the floor, or towards this creature. It's a very strange sensation when you're just like, you're looking at this person. It's like owl like on its toes, looking at it, and then also just
or some shit.
or some shit. It's the strangest sensation because you're just watching this from somewhere else, and you're just like, what is this thing doing? What?
Oh my goodness.
You see the person raise up 2 fingers and make a shoo gesture. and the owl flies out the window. Does not go down any further, flies straight back to you.
Oh.
Okay,
What?
when he steps out, he's gonna be like, There. You said there was sound of like something that sounded like hoofs or something, right?
Something very solid against the stone. Something that sounds similar to Lux when Lux walks around on snow, which is a clopping sound.
Okay. Well, there was a throne room, and there was someone there.
Someone to speak to.
Well,
Just, well, you know how. God, this is also kind of one of the things I studied. I studied the Feywild. I'm raising my hand like a good student.
Yep.
I have Sylvan is my one learned language I have.
Holy shit!
I studied this.
Roll an Arcana check to see if you know of anything that would be like this.
Can I roll it because I have Sylvan and Fey ancestry too.
Are you
studied
proficient in Arcana or in religion?
I mean, in religion.
You can roll a religion check.
I studied for the test.
I got another 1. Fuck you.
Put them dice in dice jail!
You were just staring at Gyrus wide-eyed, just like, this sounds awesome, but I have no idea what this is.
Does I have to go?
No, you don't have to go.
So far, everything on this goddamn tree I've studied.
May I try rolling?
I'll allow it if you have. Are you proficient in religion?
No.
History?
No.
Sad.
Roll a religion check.
Alright.
You're a famous creature!
It's
Big mad.
I'm ready for this goddamn pop quiz.
Venrora is not. Venrora is blinking just like I am equally as confused.
I love how if you go back, I put a list of shit I studied, and it's legit. These are fucking 2 of them.
Consolation prize!
I demand a consolation prize. You don't look like you have a derpy expression when you're listening to all this. You look fascinated.
If it is any consolation, I haven't really rolled.
You haven't asked.
I mean, I couldn't. I don't know anything on here.
Yeah, that's why I'm sitting here silent, because we don't know shit about the Fae.
You have no idea if this is actually a Fae creature. If so, the idea that a Fae creature is working in conjunction or in cahoots with what was described as a celestial is fascinating to you, Rangan. That's like, oh, you had the desire. Your fingers are itching to grab your book. Be like, you need facts first. Facts first.
Can I just interrupt here, but to say, cahoots.
Say what?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Cahoots.
Cahoots.
Cahoots is a totally reasonable word. Also,
No,
can I?
owl.
Oh, okay. Do I have any idea of what this creature might be that's in that room?
Without seeing it, no.
There is one thing that I do want to try and do.
Mm-hmm.
That window is not that big, is it?
Always big.
How big?
Let me put it this way. If a person were to stand in front of this window that the owl flew out of and it would be big enough that you could have probably 2 giants fighting, throwing one through the window, and there would still be a little bit more room.
It's a princess window. That's what that shit is. Okay.
Yes.
And how high up is it?
You'd say a good. That's a tall. 150 feet up from where you are currently. From the tower is maybe 100 feet up.
From the tower? Noah. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Oh no!
T-Tar.
T-Tom, motherfucker.
What is this shit?
Do you have
What
something
is
to catch
T-Time?
it? Noah, I'm gonna be up. You're gonna fall. You gotta wait. Keep yourself from. When you start falling towards the ground again, Misty, step onto the ground. Okay.
Can I do that?
So we're up.
Oh, what? I need to know what tea time is.
Tea time. It's usually our GTFO plan. Whenever we say tea time, we teleport out. So this is my plan. You ready? I have the boots with daggers that spring out.
Okay.
As soon as I get teleported next to the wall, I am going to stick myself with the 2 daggers I have in my hand, which are both magical, and my boot daggers to the wall, and start Mission Impossible climbing 10 feet up.
Can I offer a slightly less dangerous suggestion? You're a small creature. You can ride on the fucking Pegasus.
I don't want to.
He wants the Mission Impossible.
Can I high jump that?
100 feet?
No.
Oh, never mind. I misheard.
Hold on.
Yeah, actually, can I high jump it, Guru?
I don't understand where we're going.
He wants to go up to the window.
He wants to go up to
the
thing
that
the owls
Are we like high up the leaning tower?
No, you guys haven't entered the leaning tower yet. You're
We're at
doing
the base of
reconnaissance
it.
first. Yes. And so which means
Okay,
that
so
from
what, what window are we going into?
they're wanting to go into the window of the central tower.
Oh, the one that the
Bless
owl went into.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
is a
okay.
good 100 feet up from the base of that tower. To get to that tower, you have to go up from where you are about 50 feet, and then to the tower, which is about 300 feet away. So there's still some distance between you and that tower. But
So we still need to get up to the tower before y'all even do that.
Get there, yeah. But
yeah.
there's a plan for when we do.
Can I ask Lux to do one more thing as I cry because my throat now hurts from that sneeze?
I'm sorry.
Ow.
I know.
You said you sensed something or similar in one of those towers, correct? She's looking at the horse.
Does the throwing his head up and down thing.
This motherfucker is so extra and I love it.
I thought to start
You
climbing,
never
I
saw it.
suppose.
What if the horse is just mute pairs?
Would you say,
Oh
Arthas?
no, I've said that multiple times.
He's gonna start climbing.
The tilted tower, or are you going to be moving towards the central tower? Because the tilted
mean,
tower
I
does
don't-
have a way to be closer to what you're looking to
I mean,
do.
You said we had to go up, but
Yes.
I'm not sure how exactly we're. I don't know what the scene is. I'm not sure if it's just like a cliff or we're
So
going
there's a
up.
tower farther away from us, right? So it's 150 feet to that tower. Once we get to that tower, the tower to the window we're trying to get to is 100 feet in the air. Does that make sense?
Let's see if I can draw it up for you real quick.
Yeah. It's like, and I don't think unless you have good climbing tools or a lot of daggers, you can do it, climb it.
I thought he said we had to go up and then 300
He said we had to
feet.
go up 50 feet, then over 300 feet, and then we'd be at the base of the tower. That's how he described it. So he's just climbing that 50 feet.
No, I'd be climbing the 100 feet to get to the
No,
tower. So I can get up
Earthos.
it. Oh, Eartho.
So
then where's the 150 feet come in?
hold on. Let's see right about.
That's one fucked up trident.
I know, right? Listen, Poseidon, you're drunk. Go home.
That's a you trident.
No!
I mean, you certainly did.
What the
All right.
The
God, you're an artist, for God's sakes.
Yes, but
I'm
I'm
gonna
doing
be
this
patient.
very fast. Alright, so.
Do these sticks represent the towers?
Yes. So the ones in the back are the ones that are upright. This one right here, that's in front, there is a distance between where you guys are currently, which I'll put a little dot for you guys there. So everyone,
You are here.
you are here. Yeah, I'm going to do that right now. Yeah. Nice little, you are here.
Mark.
Yeah.
Do you
so
have-
you guys
Mark
are
of
here.
insignificance.
Okay.
So
What,
between
Yeah, where?
So,
here and the orange line.
There's
Orange
a
dot.
line?
Orange dot.
Yeah, it's very small.
Yeah.
So, can we just go... well, hold on, let me just get rid of the snapping. Can we just go like there?
Yeah, you could just walk up to the thing. There are plants and such and golems that are walking around that might be in your way, but you can sneak around them. The climbing is that he wants to, instead of going through the door, he wants to just hit the wall and go up.
Wall.
Yes, of the tower. Of the tower.
Okay, so going there and then going up.
Yes.
That's what I said.
Yes, that's what he is wanting to do. But he wants to do it via... Why did that do that?
Key time.
So rather than going into the tower and then
Taru made
up the edge of the tower.
Excellent. Oh wait, okay, no. Go in OC. Don't.
Yeah, well, the window is like right here.
It's a really shitty doodle, but it's basically.
Yep, that's not bad. There is a tower like right in front of you that is, you know, technically leaning towards there as well. But yes, that would also work.
Okay.
Oh, but these look like chess pieces, for God's sake.
I'll just let you guys deal with it. I'll just stay out of it.
Alright, so let's try to not go through all the constructs and shit.
I want to send Lux to the fucking window, is what I'm trying to get him to do.
Wait a fucking second. I just had an idea that requires.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Five fingers. Big horse. Pegasus, sorry. Big Pegasus. Can you put this in your mouth? You know, hold on.
Hold on
Hold on a what?
Rope. And bite down on it.
Takes it.
What are you doing with my...
Another 50 feet of rope. Somebody has in the coil, right?
I will... Because I yanked the fucking rope off. I'll hand him my bit of rope that I used to the tree.
I'll tie it tight to the other side of the rope. Get that thing to go.
Go where?
Here's the main problem. You're gonna have to go first, obviously, because otherwise he's going to drop it.
Say that again?
You're going to have to go up the rope first, if he can even stay in that room, because otherwise he's just going to drop it. He can't carry anyone else.
I'll roll the horse midday, but...
If you're wanting to do, like... So, to make sure I'm understanding right, you're wanting him to take the rope, the 300, like, the angle from where you guys are to there.
No, we're gonna get closer to it,
But
then the rope is 100 feet long.
He wants Lux to go into the window and hold onto the rope so we can climb up.
Okay.
Yeah. And
there are two ways to go about that, just so you're aware.
Yeah. Okay. Please explain them.
Okay. The tilted tower may have a window that is closer to it, so you could like do the upside down monkey bars or tightrope walk to go from that window to the big window. Or you can do it from in front of it, obviously. You can go inside it and just walk up if you wanted. Or you can try and find another way. Which obviously I'm going to let you guys be as creative as you want.
We couldn't get to the base of it without the constructs, could we?
If the constructs are violent, then you would have difficulty. I mean, you're not sure how fast they are because the creature that you fought didn't move.
Alright, I have an idea.
Okay.
Worst comes to worst, Teton. Let's get close to the construct. I have a way of testing if they're aggressive. Because that thing didn't see me whenever I was invisible last time, so let's hope it doesn't see me this.
We could just go the easy way and just head to the base of the tower while avoiding them. We could do that.
Couldn't we
But
just...
if these things are inclined, it would be good to know. Having a friend against some high jump wouldn't be bad.
And couldn't we just have the horse fly us up and down and take turns?
It can only carry a short or a small
creature. Yeah, it's not yet at the point where it can carry a medium-sized creature.
Oh, she does not know that.
Obviously, she's asking.
She said that already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
She said that the only one that he can support is Ringen.
Okay. Let's just go. Is there a front door, Guru?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's open.
I say we try it. Let me try to walk up to one of the golems. If I get attacked, I'll go in this.
Is there a way for me to stealth, Guru? Or is it
There,
just like a...
there are stone structures and pits that have been kind of thrown around and such as that to make it I suppose one would say more difficult to see. So that is an option. So you guys can roll stealth if you'd like.
I want to stealth up to the door.
Okay.
That's good. We're far away.
Not really far.
You can certainly try. Anyone who'd like to?
I don't see the harm in me trying the invisibility thing. Just walking up, if they run towards me aggressively, I'll go invisible and get away.
Yeah.
That is true.
It's wasting a second level slot, but it's fine.
For sure, okay.
There's no harm in it other than me taking a bit of damage. Or dying, but worst case scenario was worst case scenario. Death is always one of the worst case scenarios.
Obviously.
No, we have to climb up a 50-foot thing first group? Or can we just walk up to the base?
You can. It's essentially there's a path of the branches and stuff that you'd have to climb first.
All right, yeah. Let's try to do that then.
Okay. Doing that, if you're taking your time, you're not trying to rush it and get yourself hurt. You guys can do that without issue.
Once you start getting closer, I want them to stay back a little bit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I can walk up. Maybe have them behind cover if possible.
Okay.
Can I have the owl nearby him just in case?
Sure.
Like, in case he does get spotted, maybe I can have the owl distracted for a second.
I don't think he's being stealthy about this. I think he's being
Oh,
pretty...
I mean, trouble, if there's trouble.
Okay, yeah.
And make it double!
Alright.
Alright. Yeah.
So you...
Rinkin might cream? What? Why am I
fucking-
reading this?
This is what he was regarding, like the Fae and Celestial fucking interacting.
No, Rinkin he's less of like, oh, I need to study this right now. He's just like, why? Like, he's not the gyrus of, oh, let me write down every aspect. When I said he wrote about the Hydra, he just wrote down a misconception. Like, he's not like Gyrus where he's gonna write down every aspect of what he sees. No, he's just confused of like, why the fuck is that happening?
What the fuck is this? Why is this here?
It's apparently up high. Okay.
Why is Cassie in the upper regions of the world?
Paris.
Wait, what? What?
Why is Cassie up here?
Okay, so I...
You what?
Delete it. Do it. Kill her. Kill her. Do it. Yes, good.
Where is she?
She was up at the top.
at the very top of the map, the unmarked section of the map.
She should have stayed there.
Alright, but yeah. But yes, now I move.
That's her land.
Move. And
God,
as you
roll the
approach, the golems continue in their movement. As you approach, one of them, it seems to notice you, looks at you. It just seems to like follow you for a moment. And
none of my weapons are out, by the way.
okay. You watch as part of the clay kind of pulls together and forms into a mouth on its neck.
Okay.
Ew.
Let me actually double check to see how many words this thing can get out. If this is like sending, then oh boy.
Please tell me it's in a language I don't understand.
Do you speak common? Actually, no. Actually, ooh,
So, if it's what I think it is, Butters, do you want to know something funny? Hold up. My fucking character sheet's being a bastard.
Yeah. What about it?
If it's what I think it is.
Oh, he's primordial.
Yeah.
This thing isn't elemental.
I know, but I don't know what the fuck this thing is, and I remember
a
this tree
construct.
being. No. I'm saying, like, I don't know who worked on this thing, and I remember him mentioning that this tree is here because of a fucking god, which is an age-old creature that I only imagine speaks primordial.
Or celestial, but yeah.
Or celestial.
Go off, Chief.
It's not celestial.
If it's fucking elvish, I'm slapping you, dude.
It's not elvish.
Don't. Okay.
Watch it be giant.
It is speaking in some other language.
It is speaking in another language.
Can I tune into the owl quick to hear it?
I mean, I would imagine you were tuned into it. What languages do you speak?
Tara, actually, did you take the same feat as me? Or did you take something else?
I don't remember.
Did you take the Prodigy feat?
No.
Okay.
I have Celestial, Abyssal, and Infernal.
It's none of those languages.
Oh.
Is it common, goblin, or sylvan?
Nope.
Yeah, fuck. Don't know.
Is it giant?
You're not close enough to hear.
Does it say anything? So it says something towards you, right?
Yep, it said something towards you, and it's staring down at you.
Common, goblin, sylvan, anything like that?
When you say common, another mouth appears on its chest.
Ew.
Present your sigil or be turned away as a cur.
Sigil?
Sigil?
Did I get branded, Guru?
No.
Do I have a mark of who I used to work?
Sigil. Wait, what about the sigil that we used to get up here, like on the transport thingy?
I'll write that down actually, because I'll
Yeah.
write that down in Elvish and hold it up. Maybe put some fancy shit on it. No.
Make a persuasion check.
I had an
Fuck.
idea, but it might not have worked.
Can you know how like strength can sometimes be used for intimidation? Can I suggest a house rule? Can intelligence be used to persuasion for giving an intelligent argument? I'm fine with no, but I'm putting it out there.
Just for fun, sure. Let's see how this goes.
Fuck, yeah. Fuck, I have a -3 to charisma, dude. He doesn't like talking to people, I've said this.
I know, but damn! Still not as bad as
Check
Down
your
Room.
DMs, apparently.
I did.
Okay.
The golem looks at the sigil and seems thoughtful.
Persuaded Clay.
It doesn't seem to be willing to let you go past. It seems to be like waiting. It's still looking at it, but it's not going to let you pass it.
to a representative of some kind. I don't know why. I'm just trying to just think of Rengen more and more. Oh my god, it is from the description. He's Goblin Constantine in look. Jesus, I just realized.
My god!
He's Goblin Constantine.
Awesome. I love it.
Because he trench coat, button-up shirt. He's Goblin fucking Constantine.
It just makes like a groaning sound as it seems to be like it like looks back and then quick, like it's like head, like instead of turning around, just like its face just pushes through the front of it again. Its entire body malleable. It seems to be like obviously keeping an eye on you, but at the same time waiting on something. Doesn't seem to be rejecting you, but
Yeah, I'll wait.
Anyone else doing anything while he's waiting?
I mean, I have an idea of a sigil, but done.
Hmm.
Can I GM you a question?
Sure.
Because I think I remember something, but I'm not sure.
There's nothing in my books that talked about this. Was there, Dawn?
I mean, none of you have. I mean, actually, no. You would have heard this if you said it out loud.
Could I have rolled a history check, by the way, Guru, on the language? Because, like, people can be like, oh, that's Japanese when they hear a certain
that's
language.
what I was wondering, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you two can roll a history check.
Right.
Well, actually, no. You would because you were right in front of it. 11.
Only an Liam.
Closest, you'd say it's either an off-brand of Dwarvish or maybe Giant.
Is it fucking Gnomic?
No. Gnomish has a different, particular, flowy sort of sounding intellectual. This was too.
Dwarvish, Giant, and
quite
Orcish
hard.
are the three that sound alike.
Orcish, yeah, Orcish is the other one that sounded like. Thank you, I can remember. It had the harshness of those languages, more towards the Giant Orcish than Dwarvish. Dwarvish is very firm, very rigid, whereas Orcish is very staccato.
All right.
It dates back pretty far. It's possible, if that's what you're thinking. I can put it this way. The royalty have been on the same mindset.
You say haven't?
Have
you
been
say haven't?
You are on the same mindset. Positive,
okay.
not negative.
Would I figure out what?
Figure out what? The language? You weren't close enough to hear it fully.
He was looking through the owl.
Oh, through the owl. My apologies. Yes. Closest you'd say is Giant, because you've heard Venrora use this language before.
Fucking.
Oh. Well, I guess I'll say it. So, I mean, I'll relay the info to everyone on our end, anyway. Wait, how far away is he? He's not that far, right? Can I use the message to Rengen?
Yes.
Okay, can I tell him it sounds like Giant?
Yeah. You can let him know that the first language was Giant.
Okay.
You hear sent this message, you hear, fuck.
Does he relay the entire conversation?
Well, I guess it's talking.
He goes, fuck. And don't fuck this up. Like, he heads that into, don't fuck this up.
Yeah. Creature doesn't respond because of the fact that it is something that is not heard. You're with the group.
Does Jarvis relay, like, the entire conversation that just went down?
Yeah. Just see if you guys can understand what it wants.
She just leans towards Jarvis. What kind of sigil do you give to a fucking ancient plague golem?
It'd be the symbol of some people who used to live here.
Oh, I'm gonna regret this.
Erthos whispers to Cassie.
She'll hold on to her fucking. The scroll of pedigree has the fucking sigil on it, I'm assuming, considering.
Yes.
Can you message Rengen and say that I'm coming down?
Yes. He'll message Rengen that Cassie's coming. I guess she has an idea.
Needs a sigil, right?
What are you going to do, Cassie?
She holds up the scroll. I have a pedigree. Maybe the royal sigil will
I guess it's worth a shot.
No!
Do you message me?
Yeah, I messaged you to let you know.
When people say, what if these people were against the people that once ruled this land? Maybe wait to see what happens.
It's the old kingdom.
That doesn't mean these people are still people that were part of the old.
I mean literally where we are in the tree is the old kingdom.
Yes, but that does not mean these golems were part of that.
He's saying they could have been
Fair enough.
broken.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming he's just staring at him though.
Yeah, it's just staring at him. Like every now and then it'll glance over, but as soon as it turns its head around, its face just pokes right back through, keeping an eye on
May as well try.
I'll look at Venrora. You're the only one of us who speaks giant, as far as I know. So
It does speak common as well, though.
does it? Oh, thank God. She'll start heading down.
Hey, can I come?
Sure. I don't mind.
There's follows behind.
Approaching it, it is as large as it was before, and it seems to have its head slowly turn and stare at you. And the first one, the one that appeared on its neck, slowly reforms, and it repeats what it said in giant before.
They're peaceful. They're with me. They will not attack. If they do attack, they're not with.
I don't understand giant. I'm sorry. Common would be nice. Celestial, Infernal, anything.
As soon as you say common, the other one on its chest opens up and starts speaking again.
And it just repeats what it says?
Yeah.
I'll hold the scroll onto it.
Okay. Leans forward slowly, looking at it. Gives like a faint nod of its head, and then goes back to patrolling.
Is that what it wanted?
Probably, but that also could have gone very wrong. Let's go.
I'll start walking towards the tower.
Well, let's wait for the party to catch up first.
Yeah, I guess.
I figured that we were.
Then.
I will gesture for them to come by because I'm assuming they can still see us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're not out of vision. You're not out of view.
Oh, then.
Apparently the royal symbol works. Good to know.
I wonder if they can think about things other than what they do now.
What?
Okay. Maybe they daydream.
Say that again.
If they only, what if they only think or live for about what they're doing now?
They're not living. It's not a creature that's alive. It's a construct. You make it. It's a thing. Unless something gave it sentience. But that's harder to do. Sentience, well, that's just actual person now. Like a warforged, but from what I can tell, it's just a construct.
It sounds sad.
Can't be sad if you don't have sentience. Can't be happy. Can't be anything. Yeah, let's go to a tower. He starts walking towards the tower.
Alright.
Cassie will follow him.
Just spouting words of depression, then starts moving.
That -3 Christmas really shining right now.
Oh, good. Yes. So, you make your way forward. If any other ones get in the way, you show them the sigil. They nod. They move on.
I think you mean sigil.
I feel triggered.
When that Mercer comes up here.
I remember. I
Even Dawn sounds triggered.
I remember. As you guys approach the doors, as I mentioned before, now that you're actually up closer to it, you realize these doors, yeah, these are doors meant to be open for grand ceremony and such as that, because they're huge, or they were. One of them is laying on the floor quite a ways, while the other one has been crushed and broken through as vines have grown up and through many of the various boards and just laid it all to rot and rust. It's just broken to pieces. So the way open is forward for you. You don't have to worry about opening the doors or anything like that.
Cassie will...
Nope, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No. What does Cassie want to do?
It's just small or not small talk, but just a curiosity.
Mhm.
She'll turn to Jairus. They recognize the family crest. I know Dad mentioned that we dated back far, and that, well, I think he said this was our old kingdom, but how much information do you think I could get about the family here?
People are royalty.
She nods her head.
Shit. Can you just keep going?
The perfect response to your royalty. Damn it!
Shit, not this kid. No,
I'm
shit,
too
here we
old
go
for this
again.
shit.
Well,
Uh,
I'm not sure how much we may or may not find out.
I don't imagine that a golem can give us too much.
Not a
They don't
golem,
seem the
no.
talkative sort.
But whoever was in the throne room.
She'll start heading up the stairs. Good a bet as any.
This is interesting.
Does this looks like, I won't say similar in design, but
well,
you know
I'm
how
getting
like
to that
you've
right
been,
now.
huh?
I'm getting to that right
You know
now.
what?
Because as soon as you enter, the place, it has a fragrance to it as you are outside of the doors, and just looking in, you can already see that this place it's something else, almost otherworldly. There's that, again, the faint light green and blues, yellows that are almost glowing from various plants that are growing on the walls, like a wild, untamed garden that has just been growing throughout this building. As you enter,
Wow.
I'm proficient in herbalism. Any of this shit look.
Yeah, same.
roll a herbalism intelligence check.
Both of us, or
Hey,
do you want
gang.
to
If
just
you're
roll
proficient in
nature?
herbalism. If
Okay,
you're not,
so
then
here's the
nature.
question. I don't think I am, but I have a herbalism kit, and I don't know if these gloves make me proficient in it or just in nature.
Just in, I believe it was. I said nature and herbalism kit as part of the gloves.
I would honestly rather roll nature because it's a higher modifier.
Go ahead.
My int is awful.
I will.
Hey!
Say again.
I don't think I'm proficient in herbalism, but I'll try nature.
You can try.
Nah, not today.
Venrora's just
Jesus
like
says-
fighting. Yes. Nature. Eh.
Jesus says
Religion?
no.
No. All right. So, Cassie, you've heard of things like this before. This is a little bit beyond what you've ever seen, though. So this is, in its own way, remarkable and, in its own way, mildly terrifying as well, because it's like nothing you've ever seen before. You have no way of actually putting to words what these are. They seem to be
Did he cut out for anybody else?
He did! He stopped talking, and I can't tell if he did it on purpose or...
muted on myself. Where did I cut out?
It
It
seems
seems-
to, and then...
It seems to be like a natural grown light source, as well as the fact that it has various fruits that are hanging from certain areas.
Take
Any
fruit.
low-hanging ones, or
There are some low-hanging fruits, yes, as well as some
I
that are just
take
kind of on
fruit.
the ground. You take the fruit as Rengen.
no, I stop her. I stop her immediately.
Hold on, before
I
you
know.
stop her, you wouldn't necessarily stop her because of the fact that you got the highest roll and enough to know that the fruit is supposedly the equivalent of a good berry.
Ooh.
Nothing changes. I stop her.
All right.
This
No.
is not our house. Wait a bit.
Touch the
This
berry,
is-
the fruit. I touch the fruit.
You touch the fruit. The fruit is a fruit.
This
It's
is-
a little. It's got a little bit of fuzz on the outside of it. So you know,
Ew.
getting to the actual fruit inside is, you have to pop it open.
This
I
is...
look at I look at
Rengen.
as I pick the fruit up.
I pat her hand as she tries it. Stop.
I'm gonna start heading
Don't-
upstairs while they
Yeah.
argue.
Don't steal things, and I'll head up with her. Stop trying. Don't steal things.
Does this feel like a familiar build? Like, you know how you get the deja vu even though you haven't been somewhere?
This is not a deja vu. This is a
Okay.
tower. Like, this does not feel the same feeling of a castle. If anything, this feels strange because it's each level you go up. There's an open area where there's things that clearly were meant to go on here, ranging from overturned tables to an entire floor that even just as you walk up to the floor below it, you look up and there's just a hole right through the center of it. You have to kind of scoot around the outside of it to actually be able to make your way up. But it's not so dangerous. Actually, Venrora, would you mind rolling me an athletics check?
No Christ.
I was
It's
about to
also
say, it
dangerous
shouldn't be
to
too
collapse.
dangerous, and then I'm like, wait, hold on. One of you is a larger lady. I'm gonna need that. It's good enough that you're able to do. You almost slip a few times, but you have enough of a footing to be able to allow yourself to get across without falling back down a level and having to go back around again.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
If she'd have just tumbled back down them steps, I'm sorry, I'd feel bad for her, but at the same time, me as Paris would be laughing my fucking ass off. I'm just saying.
I mean, I would as well. So, That being said,
Yes.
you guys holding on to it, you are able to move over and be like, okay, cool, all is well, I'm good, this is great. I mean, I suppose. But each level looks like it had something different on it. The walls, for all their age, still have portrayals of banners, of things from an age forgotten. There's scattered bits of items ranging around. No papers. All the papers would have been destroyed by this point in time, as far as you can see, at least in this area, due to the plant growth and such as that. You do see one or two papers that are kind of poking out of some of the plants, but based off of how they're wrapped around it, if you tried to pull it, it would just rip the paper.
Tear.
It wouldn't have anything, really.
Do I recognize any of the banners or anything, especially from
That's a
the
good
book?
question.
Yeah.
With your knowledge from the book, you would. Paris, you notice your sigil on one of them.
Ooh.
It's one of the smaller banners.
Can I start casting detect magic as we're walking up this bit?
Sure. Ritual casting, I'm guessing?
Can't cast it any other way.
No worries.
Dawn.
So,
Yes.
Go ahead. Go
I
ahead, Dawn.
cast detect magic too.
Okay.
I use my symbol, so it's instant.
Okay.
Go ahead, sorry, you go for it. You go
Oh,
first.
I was gonna say, if you said I recognized they.
You recognize a few of them from the book. Similar ones were put in around, or not around, put in for the labeling of various people, houses, if you will, that had been built up over time. One of them is the Volvic. One of them is the Udrin. And one of them is the Higer.
That sounds like some Swedish fucking shit.
I was
I'm
gonna
just
say,
saying.
You're gonna have to type this
Hold
stuff
on.
out.
Right.
Hold on.
Okay,
Darius
so-
will say this out loud too, though, as he points them out.
Question then. I don't fully know how you would go about this, but I don't know if I would know other, like, quote unquote noble from just, the fucking get together bullshit that they do. Do I recognize any other sigils if I've met that family before? If that makes sense?
None of these families are ones that exist in the capital as of right now. Not,
Okay.
At least not of the nobility.
Can I DM you a question?
Sure.
Just curious.
Uh,
Tap, 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 tap.
Sorry. No,
I had to fix the awkward silence. Sorry. You was that. Oh, funny joke. Oh.
yes.
Yes.
Yes. The symbol, which if you were willing to ask Gyrus, Gyrus could give you the name of it.
I'm surprised I don't know it if I know it's that.
You'd know it by the name, not by the symbol.
You know the names of these?
Oh, yes. And he'll point out to the different ones, explain the families and the names. He'll explain all of it.
Alright. I pull Halcyon down and whisper something in his ear.
Bless you.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be sneezing right in your ears and such, but
You're good.
You guys heard what I said, by the way.
Sorry?
I heard you say
he
that.
pulls
I
Halcyon
pull
down.
Halcyon down and whisper something in his ear.
Yeah.
Wait, what's happening?
I'm gonna DM you something, big boy.
How many flights? You said it was 100 feet up, like the window was.
Yes, so that's 10 flights of stairs.
I'm having like Ocarina of Time flashbacks.
Is this gonna be safer than Laura?
You're like, how much so? Like, a bigger one or like a smaller one?
In terms of...
Like, let me see. So I'm guessing they're like one of the people that like me and Halcyon would both know a little bit. Halcyon maybe a little less since he didn't give a shit about the history probably fully. Halcyon paid full attention.
Halcyon. He was just chilling, kinda.
Oh, when you ask which, he's like bigger ones.
I'm still not quite sure what you mean.
That.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 Oh. Okay.
just appear in there. Just amazing. Yeah. So you see, points to one of them, whispers something, then goes on about it, and we'll actually take out his book and write down that symbol. Yeah, that's what I do.
No worries. So you continue up, and as you're going up, the area has this continually growing fragrance to it. This sense of not fully relaxation, but almost a peace to it.
I don't trust it.
For those who are there for it, Cassie being amongst those, it's similar to the glade that you had gone to when you originally met with the unicorn.
She moves faster. I can hear you clipping your nails.
Eventually, you enter the room that the owl entered into.
Imagine Lux is sitting on the window because I don't think there's a viable way that he could have gone up those stairs easily without the same issues as Aurora.
Technically speaking, he would have had less of an issue per se. He would kind of had to fly over the chasmus area or rather just fly up it, just to bypass it altogether. But he wouldn't have been super comfortable about it. No.
So yeah, she would have just sent him to the window if he seemed uncomfortable.
Like if you had him go up those stairs and then been like turn back and go do it again. He'd
No,
just look
I
at you
meant
just
before
like,
we went in.
Well,
Because I
he'd
imagine
have been
he is
comfortable with
looking.
the stairs. It's just that one section would have been like a
Oh, okay. I thought you meant just going up the stairs in general. Never mind then.
No, up the stairs in general, he's been like, it's stairs.
Like, I don't know how a horse would feel going up fucking steps, especially since their feet are actually fucking much bigger than normal human feet.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're not that much bigger. It's just that they're basically walking on their toes the whole way up.
But if I was rejected to this
Regardless. As you're doing so, you've entered this room. Gyrus, you look around and you see the gross that you saw before. Where's your owl, by the way?
Probably just a little ahead and above me. Us.
Just big chillin'.
Yeah.
As it enters the room, it does the same thing where it flies into the room, and you were able to this time watch it in real time as it flies through and then just like drops down, flutters, just lays in the center of the walkway area. Like if there was like a red, like there's like a faded red carpet, just lands in the center of it. Just can like fluff up and make like a looks around. It's like almost like disappointedly, just like, wait, where is everyone? Like confused kind of look.
Weird.
And as you all have walked in and fully enter, standing in front of the light fading in the distance from the window behind you, you see a magnificent unicorn standing at the area near where the throne is, and seated a little off to the side, very plain clothing, holy symbol actually around his neck, made of like almost a slightly tattered, maybe silver material, fingers intertwined, staring at you with a very tired but small, slightly wry smile, is the man.
Oh, what holy symbol?
Is here.
That's a good question.
Dendris.
Do I know that one?
That was the one that I mentioned earlier. It is the god known as of the trees and is a fertility god.
Is that? Oh, we did some.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean?
Roll a religion check.
Okay.
Oh, natural 20. Oh yeah, hold on. Would you like me to vocalize it out loud, or?
Fuck no.
I figured as much. Hold on.
Fuck
Whispers
no.
time. Whispers time.
Fuck no.
Oh my god.
Hey, you can technically pull Noah down too.
Ooh boy.
That shit, dude.
I'm
technically
gonna
you know
send it
this,
to him as well. No worries.
Yeah.
As one, he would know as well.
Fuck no. I can't give away backstory this early,
know.
now can I?
No.
Gang shit. That's what's happening there, folks. Gang
Oh
shit.
god, Bungo! No!
Dude,
No.
once I knew Noah was coming, the urge to make a follower of Bongo was so hot.
I wouldn't have allowed it. Bungo doesn't exist except in your own
Bungo's too
imagination.
powerful. Bungo's too powerful.
You let
He's
Almond survive.
multidimensional.
Yeah, you let Almond be a thing. Why can't Bungo?
Was that me or was that? No, was that you? Was it?
Yeah, you said Almond's a basic demigod at this point.
Demigod. Yeah, that was in a different campaign.
I don't want Bungo to be a god. I just want to be part of his gang at some.
Oh, okay. That I might allow.
I'm crying.
Yeah. Next,
Clown gang.
turns out the criminal organization Z worked for this whole time was run by Bungo the Clown.
It's the clown
my
mafia.
God.
Clown gang. Bless you.
Oh, don't start that shit, Taru.
My teacher actually thought I was a sociopath because I said I could turn off my emotions and then told people to start yawning at me.
Oh no.
I mean, that's a fair assumption considering.
I can turn off as long as they're not part of my family or I care about them. I can turn off my emotions. My empathy.
No, I
can go
mean
out
like
there.
between going from I can turn off my emotions to just saying everyone yawn. That's why I would think you're a sociopath because of how quick you just flipped.
I'll send this to you as well, Noah, so you're aware of the same information.
Yeah.
Okay, you physically see Rengen's face get like kind of a
Pale.
what would be the word for it? No, not pale at all. Relieved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, quite the opposite. He seems a bit relieved.
Okay.
I'll approach. Why the fuck not?
I was gonna say, you gonna talk, Cassie?
No. You approach.
I don't know exactly who you are, but I was sent to talk to and she'll gesture to the unicorn.
The unicorn, gives you a slow once over. It looks tired, but it's also a very big horse. Like this is, imagine one of those big powerhouse horses. Yeah, that's this horse.
Oh lord. Oh god, a draft horse!
Essentially, that's the size of this thing.
Christ!
When you're within 60 feet of it, it's able to talk to you.
Rengen is slowly
She got
approaching
me
behind.
Oh yeah, I'm following
Yep.
behind Cassie too.
As soon as you approach, the unicorn gives a very faint flick of its horn, and you see part of the vines near it begin to pull back slowly, and then you hear
What the fuck?
as a set of chairs are pushed out for you all.
Oh.
Not enough for everyone. And the unicorn looks at the chairs like it's displeased at it. There's only 5 chairs.
I'll stay standing.
Rengen will just kind of not full Slav squat. He's squatting.
Okay.
Yeah, Gyrus would probably still stay standing next to Cassie.
I mean, it offers. It's not forcing anyone to take a seat, but it's it's being polite.
I will sit.
Halcyon would go sit.
So you two take a seat. The unicorn looks completely at ease, and almost as though to basically just show off how at ease it is, it slowly lowers itself down and just kind of lays down on its side, like a lounging horse look.
Oh, okay.
Kind of looks you all over, and Cassie, Pegasus, and horses. This is the position of someone of a creature that as a prey. Usually they're always on their feet. Being on their feet is the only way they can get up to escape and such. Laying
This
down.
is peak comfort.
This is not just peak comfort. This is peak. I am completely safe. This unicorn is completely convinced that none of you would attempt to harm it. So either this thing has big balls energy, or this thing is really relaxed.
Or both.
Or both, yeah.
We're confident that the guy next to him can fuck us up if we try anything.
Also possible.
What exactly does this man look like, by the way?
The robes he is wearing are worn. They don't look priest-like, is the main thing. It's not like robes of a religious man. They're more like the robes of someone who's been traveling, like kind of like Rengen's trench coat almost. He underneath the cloak, he's wearing a set of dirtied white shirt, kind of with that fancy-ish kind of collar. That sticks out just slightly from the jacket, and just a set of casual dark blue pants. His hair's slicked back. His eyes have almost a golden hazel color to them. He has a faint smile. 5 o'clock shadow. Looks like he's got enough sleep, but could use a couple hours more.
Forgive me for being blunt, but who are you and why are you here?
Yes, we're going to be wrapping this up in just a second.
Okay.
I was actually going to have us wrap it up at this point.
I thought it felt like a good spot.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Harry!
No. Asking the question and whatnot. It's not going to be a real big, like a cliffhanger sort of thing. It's just like an introductionary, hey, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
Is he just staring at me?
He's considering, and turning to the unicorn, he speaks in Celestial.
Oh.
Forgive me for having you wait so long. Turns back to you, and back in common. My name is Set, and I was here to deliver you a message at the request of my superiors. Please, have a seat. And that's where we'll end the session. You obviously don't have to have a seat, of course, but
this is gonna take a while, so we might as well sit your ass down.
that's essentially the idea that's being given off there. But yeah, that was this has been a fun session. Good things all around. And,
Hell yeah.
My hunch.
Hell
well,
yeah.
excuse me, mine and Erthos' hunch was good. Yay, thank God.
Yeah, that was a good suggestion, Earth.
Like as soon as I saw him send it, I'm like, okay, good, someone remembered.
I'm glad that they have like 2 things that have the sigil on it because I don't have my signet ring anymore.
Hey, Guru, question.
Yes.
Riley, what happened to your signet ring?
I fucking remember the ghost that told us about the brick buildings in that old town.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to
Oh,
give
yeah,
up my signet ring for that.
got it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Guru, what would happen if I just waited?
If you just waited, you'd been waiting there pretty much a long time because
Up until someone intervened.
basically because the only way for that thing to get validation that the information that you gave it was correct and that you weren't just lying to it was from people who are no longer around. Basically, your check
You're trying to talk to the manager when the store is closed.
essentially. Basically,
And
your
abandoned.
check prevented you from being thrown out of the plaza, which would have had you thrown into the tree.
Oh, that would have been bad.
I know I could have survived it. It would have been fun.
I feel like fucking Ringen has like a grappling hook somewhere on his person.
I have ideas.
Well, that was fun. We're getting a lot more info.
Yes,
This is
Could have
going to
taken.
end
We
up.
could have taken that Hydra.
you could have,
Butters,
yeah.
I wish you could see
Still.
my face. Butters, I wish you could see my face,
No,
man.
you think I'm making a joke? No, we actually could have.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
no, I know we actually
Yeah.
could have, but I don't want to.
I mean,
Coward
we could
speak.
still.
Yes, I am.
We still ain't out of this place. That thing's still around somewhere, right?
How? $5. $5. Right now.
We gotta fight that.
That's what we're supposed to deal with.
I know, that feels too important.
I think we are, but I hope it's tomorrow because I know Oz used a lot of her damn swift.
Yeah.
I know, we need rest.
Like,
We'll see.
if it's today, it's fine as long as it rolls shit on some con saves.
Mid fucking talk, Hydra wraps around tower.
Yeah, right.
I see we have a squishy here.
I'm busting through those windows.
Cruising down
The
on Main Street.
window is large enough that a giant can make it through. I'm just gonna stick his head in and go, I see that you have company.
Exactly.
It won't be a hard fight at that point, though, with the extra guy. I don't care what
And the
level he
fucking
is.
unicorn.
He can take at least one hit and the unicorn. Unless the unicorn's frail as hell for some. And then also all of the guards outside that would storm the castle.
The clay golem just like, what the fuck is that?
No, they wouldn't even do that. They clay golems. Someone has ignored them and is intruding. Slap, 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 slap.
Like the fucking cops.
Question: would we have gotten attacked by that golem if Harris didn't attack?
Yes, it was going to. It was going to attack you. Yes, you were the first one on the initiative.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay.
It was going to attack regardless because of the fact that it was.
It was already in alert mode.
It was already in hostile mode, and so basically anything that was in the area, it basically couldn't recognize you as civilians.
AKA, if I remember correctly, the clay golems have something called berserk, right?
Yeah.
Can I also ask, at the point we pushed it off the bridge or whatever, like, how far was its health?
It was almost dead. If you had kept it on there, it would have died in maybe
Roar would have
minutes.
attacked. Yeah, no, if Roar would have actually attacked on our turn, it would have been dead.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what
Instead,
I
it is
figured.
still alive and it fell down.
So.
It is still alive and now probably looking to kill us.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: it won't get healed unless someone repairs it.
Pretty much, yeah.
So are we going to sign off, or are we just going to keep him in suspense?
No, we're going to sign off. So thank you all so much for watching. We love you all so much, and we hope you continue to enjoy the time that we are able to spend with you all. And this has been a fantastic session. I have such fantastic people I'm working with. You're all great. The people who are watching are all great. I love this. This is all so good.
No one likes to suck up, Groove.
He's sucking up to himself, though, so...
I can love myself.
That's just masturbation at that.
Yeah, but
I like compliments.
Compliments are good. That being said, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Continue being the great people that you are. And until next time, we'll see you all later. Bye-bye.